Good Friday evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Stone Memorial High School in Crossville, Tennessee, where we are set for the high school football game of the week. It's a Region 4 4A matchup as the visiting White County Warriors take on the hosting Stone Memorial Panthers. Noah McKay here on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network. Thrilled to be joined tonight by my friends Jeremy Tollison, the head ball coach, Michael Dodge and Hallie Ledbetter on the sideline. The lovely Madison McKay producing things for us today as we welcome you into the Watson Chevy pregame show. And as we sit about 13 minutes away from kickoff, we'll go to break here momentarily with the national anthem. But until then, a very interesting game that we have tonight. A day earlier than anticipated, the hurricane started to wreak a little bit of havoc. It was a little bit rainy earlier. It was very windy about 10 minutes ago. It's died down now. Potential for it to ratchet back up as this game goes on is there, but similar weather tomorrow. They wanted to get out here on this field and get this game over with before it turns into a complete disaster on the field tonight in Crossville. And as we look at the tail of the tape in this one, guys, Stone Memorial and White County each at 2-1. This is White County's Region 4 4A opener for Stone Memorial. They rolled last week to get to 1-0 in the region as they beat their cross-county rival in dominant fashion. Of course, the Cumberland County Jets. No shortage of stars in this one, but when you look at what is probably the best 4A region in the state of Tennessee, both teams know there's a lot on the line tonight.
And there is, and I'll tell you, we look at the schedules. Both teams lost to Cookeville. One of the games a little bit closer, but this region is just a gauntlet. I mean, it is. You've got to bring it every single Friday night, or your playoff life probably depends on that. Coach Dodgen, our relationship's a little bit different tonight. Usually you're yelling at me while I referee games. Tonight we have to act like we're best buddies. I'm good with that, but let's rock and roll. What's your thought on the game?
Well, the weather didn't change until we found out that you and I were working together, and then that's when the storm brewed. I think it's a situation where you hate to say this, but it's almost a must-win for both teams.
Yeah.
Because you've got a team that's going to be on the outside looking in with a loss tonight because of the upstart of DeKalb County. And both of these teams don't play DeKalb County until the end of the year. So you don't want to be behind the eight ball. If you're White County, you've almost got to get ahead of it because of who you got the next 2 weeks in Upperman and Macon County. Is it a look-ahead game? Is it one of those that you got to brace between? But it's one of those games that White County's got to get over that hump to get back into the playoff picture. It's a big-time game that's got the feel of a playoff game already, and you're in week 4.
Live on the main UCR Facebook page, YouTube channel. We welcome those of you watching on the Hub Plus Roku app. I don't know what it is about that app. This game looks better there than anywhere else. Just search Hub Plus on that streaming channel store on the Roku app. It is free. Also, those of you watching on Channel 192 on Spectrum and Twin Lakes, we welcome you in as well as we sit about 10 minutes away from kickoff. This is the Watson Chevy pregame show. And, guys, you hit on it there, the must-win nature of this ball game, and it's because of how good this region is. You're talking top to bottom. The number 1 ranked team in the state, the Upperman Bees, they are undefeated. DeKalb County Tigers, they are undefeated at 3-0. Then in the region, Stone Memorial currently sits in third at 2-1 by nature of their win a week ago against Cumberland County. White County right there at 3-0. They have not played a region game, the lone team in the region to not play a region contest. Then Macon County, the 8th-ranked team in the state of Tennessee, could be ranked higher than that, 2-1 in overall, lost by 1 to that number 1 ranked Upperman team a week ago. Then Livingston, they're 2-1, and then Cumberland County brings up the rear. But that top 5, a gauntlet, a good team, a very good team, going to miss the playoffs. And you look at the other region, Region 3, no matter what the 4 are, all 4 Region 4 teams going to be favored in the first round of the playoffs. That gets to the importance of this game, and as we look at it from each team's perspective, 2 teams that went on different trajectories after this game a year ago. For Sparta, they fell to Cookeville a year ago, much like they did last week. They fell to Stone by 2 points, a game we'll talk about throughout. That was back and forth throughout, but Stone, a special teams touchdown, forced a fumble in the red zone. It was enough for them to win the game. Maddox Akendo was great in that game. He's back here in this one. Sparta then went on a long losing streak, losing to Stone, losing to Upperman, losing to Macon County. Then they lost that one in in-game to DeKalb County. That's it. Season over. For Stone, they were able to propel after that win against White County to move into the playoff picture where they won a playoff game a year ago. Different names, though. White County, very experienced. Stone, more inexperienced, but they still do have Maddox Akendo. But, guys, we can't go through a pregame show without talking about it. He is the preeminent player in this classification. Trip Pinion, he's been great, Coach. You've seen him week in and week out. They need him to be great again tonight. We're going to take a break for the national anthem. Hallie caught up with both head coaches. We'll hear from Derek Sandler and Curtis Beatty. A word from our sponsors and come back in time for kickoff in Crossville. Don't go anywhere.
Coach, how crucial is tonight's game looking toward the rest of the season?
Well, I think everybody knows how crucial it is. Last year, this game, lose by 2 points and you end up losing the playoffs. Yeah, I mean, you lose other games down the road, but this starts it all off, and we all know this is the first playoff game of the year for us because Region 4-4A is just incredibly tough.
What do you need to see out of Trip Pinion tonight?
I think Tripp just needs to be himself and make sure that he's getting the ball out of his hand or making the right reads and letting the offense flow. Don't try to be doing too much, and do what Tripp does at the same time.
Thank you, Coach. Good luck to you. Coach, what does the week of practice look like in preparation for tonight?
Trying to learn how to tackle Tripp over the course of 3 days of preparation this week. But, yeah, worrying about us too, and execution, discipline, protecting the football, and special teams.
What do you need to see out of your defense tonight against an aggressive offensive team?
Yeah, rally to the football, get in and out of our checks, tackle well, keep our eyes up, finish tackles.
Thank you, Coach. Good luck to you.
Real Estate Collective is a team of experienced, licensed real estate agents serving the entire Upper Cumberland region. Whether you are looking to buy or sell, the RICO team is ready to serve you. With a focus on people over profits, you can rest assured the Real Estate Collective can help make your real estate dreams a reality. Call 931-559-9500 for more information or see their current listings at letsgorico.com. The Real Estate Collective is proud to support student athletes in our area and this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Live Oak Insurance and Financial is home to your trusted local insurance professionals. Their experts are here to provide guidance and options to fit your home, life, health, and business insurance needs. And with the Medicare enrollment period coming soon, they're here to answer your questions. Call 931-367-5483 to set up an appointment today. Live Oak Insurance and Financial is proud to sponsor student athletes in the Upper Cumberland and this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Tee Up is the Upper Cumberland's brand new indoor golfing experience. With 3 state-of-the-art simulators, you can work on some of the world's best courses, all in the comfort of their climate-controlled facility. You want to know how you can improve? See everything from club speed to spin rate in seconds. Conveniently located at 141 4th Street in Baxter. Stop in. Visit them online at teupgolfclub.com or call them at 931-559-GOLF to reserve your simulator today. Tee Up is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
What if opportunity was all in a day's work?
We find new ways to make vacation dreams a reality. And that inspires me to do my best work every single day.
What if you can make a real impact in people's lives with a team that cares?
What I do matters, not just for guests, but for my team. We rely on each other each and every day.
What if your work inspired fun and moved people?
We put the world on vacation. Our job is to make people happy. Inspiring travelers around the world to live their best lives never stops being fulfilling.
At Travel and Leisure, what if can be what is. Stop wondering. Join the travel movement and start a career where memories start with you.
Watson Chevrolet is proud to present the area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Watson Chevy's staff of experts are ready to get you into your next vehicle with unmatched service and knowledge. Stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway and test drive the all-new Chevy Trax or Silverado today. And remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye. Watson Chevy is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the UCR Media Network.
The Quality Family, a local company supporting and caring for our local communities. The Quality Family offers services to get you back to the game. From bracing to oxygen and everything in between, we can meet your medical equipment needs with Buckeye Home Medical Equipment. If you have an in-home need for strength and conditioning, for example after a surgery or injury, Quality Home Health is available to provide individualized care while you are on the mend. For those with end-of-life diseases, Quality Hospice is available to provide nurturing care during those difficult times. Choose the Quality family of services for care within your community. Visit thequalityfamily.com to navigate all we have to offer you.
Sonia Brown, Realtor with American Way Real Estate, is proud to present this home being offered for sale for the first time. With 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, a bonus room, and a basement with over 4,000 square feet under one roof, this home also boasts a fenced-in backyard and storage building with plenty of room for your boat. Located on 7.7 private acres, this home on 2139 Austin Bottom Road, just minutes to Baxter and Cookeville, is just what you need. Call Sonia Brown, Realtor with American Way Real Estate at 931-979-7145 for more information today.
I work with Warren County Nursery here in McMinnville, Tennessee.
I'm very passionate about the hay because that's how I take care of my cows.
So I farm here with my dad.
We raise primarily corn, soybeans, and wheat. By having that in my background and knowing what the customer expects, I know how to cater to the customer.
We're here to provide solutions for our customers.
Going through some of those challenging experiences help you understand maybe the position they're coming from.
Welcome back as we continue on the Watson Chevy pregame show. Moments away from kickoff here. Just had a pregame ceremony in remembrance of 9/11. One of the local veterans groups came out, and the captains are having their meeting, and we're going to have a flyover, we've been told, which is very brave, as you said, Coach, in the in a commercial break. But as we gear up for kickoff here in the high school football game of the week, White County and Stone Memorial. I'm Noah McKay, joined by Jeremy Tollison, Coach Dodge in here with us, Hallie Ledbetter on the sideline, Madison McKay producing things for us this evening. We sure are glad to be with you on a very interesting night for high school football. It's not great weather. It is windy. It's windier up here where we are than down there on field level, but as you can see the flagpole on the right of your screen, here comes that flyover with the helicopter. Gets a big ovation from the fans who've come out to brave the elements. It is blowing consistently left to right, wind gust of upwards of 20 miles an hour. That could play a factor tonight, guys, especially for a Stone Memorial offense with quarterback Noah Potter that likes to throw the football. Trip Pinion, they don't have to throw it as much. We'll see if that plays a role in tonight's game.
Well, you talked about before we went on the break about Trip. You know, you've heard about all preseason, and you guys did the show Proving Grounds with them this year. They talked about expanding the offense. First 2 weeks, you saw that expansion of the offense of the passing game, obviously against Silverdale and Warren County. Then last week against Cookeville, it went back to a little grounded out with Cole Sims and Trip Pinion and had a lot of success with it, over 300 yards plus rushing as a unit. But I think the success for White County, they got to keep it balanced. You got to be able to keep Stone on your toes. But no, in this element, it's going to be tough to throw the football. I mean, the only element this would help would be the drive on my golf game, and it needs a lot of help.
You and me both. Absolutely. As we get to the Swallows Insurance starting lineups for these two squads, offensively for the White County Warriors, who are 2-1 under head coach Curtis Beatty in his second season. They are 7-6 in his tenure at the helm in Sparta. Leading is their Mr. Football contender, Trip Pinion, the senior quarterback. He's followed up in the backfield by the sophomore Cole Sims. The fullback is the senior A.J. Hunt. The receivers for Trip Pinion tonight, the senior Darvon Richmond, another senior Gage Stevenson, Demarius Dowell, and Antonio Purvis, and all senior receiving core. The tight end is Brandon Phillips. The left tackle, from left to right, I should say, across the offensive line, Suggs, Broyles, Conley, Dodd, and Humphrey. Defensively for White County in this ball game, they're up front, led by a player, we're going to say his name a lot tonight, a very impressive sophomore, Lex Winfrey. Hunter Broyles there as well, alongside Damon Conley. The linebackers in the 3-4 front, Brandon Phillips, Gage Stevenson, Isaiah Kelso, and A.J. Hunt. The back end of the secondary for Coach Beatty, Darvon Richmond, Demarius Dowell, JoJo Dowell, and Antonio Purvis. Their opponent tonight, the homestanding Stone Memorial Panthers, are going to receive the opening kickoff. We'll tell you about their starting offense after it. White County in the white jerseys, maroon pants, maroon numbers with the maroon helmets as well. Stone in their home gold jerseys, white pants, black numbers outlined in white trim with the white helmets. and the Black Panther on the side. I'm Noah McKay, joined by Jeremy Tollison, Coach Dodgen, Hallie Ledbetter on the sideline, Madison McKay producing things for us. 4 quarters to decide a winner in the best 4A region in the state. Let's get it on a Thursday night in Crossville. Kickoff is going to be fielded at the 20-yard line. Return, and a big one to the 35, to the 40, to the 45, and down at the 50. Maddox Akendo, he returned a kick for a touchdown a year ago. He has him in good field position for a starting offense for Stone Memorial that will come out like this under head coach Derek Samber in his 7th season at the helm here. They are 41-30 in his time with 2 region championships. The quarterback is the junior Noah Potter. More to come on him coming up. The tailback, Lincoln Eldridge, who is a sophomore. The receivers, Caden Page, Maddox Akendo, and Hunter Haney. Maddox Akendo, though, will be in the backfield at times as well tonight. Really a great gadget player. Carson McCoy is the tight end from left to right on the offensive line. Eldridge, Melton, Sieber, Disney, and Hench. Working right to left on your screen, and it is going to be Akendo in the backfield already with Noah Potter. Potter, freshman, started as a freshman at Cumberland County, transferred to Bearden last year, didn't play a snap. Now here in his 4th game at the helm, he play fakes, keeps it himself, breaks 1 tackle. Potter on his feet past midfield, and he gets a gain of about 3. I talked to Coach Samber yesterday, guys. He said Noah Potter, really viewing him in this different style of offense. This is his 4th start that he's ever had. So they're looking at it in that way. Lex Winfrey there on the stop.
Well, something right there, too, Noah, that White County had a lot of trouble with last week. They made the initial first hit, but doesn't wrap up, gets a positive gain.
Potter takes a snap, hands to Akendo on the sweep left side, cuts upfield at the 45 where he'll be slung down. Isaiah Kelso, a player they are so high on. Isaiah Kelso there at that linebacker spot makes the tackle.
Another, tried to get the outside right there, and Isaiah Kelso did a good job of just staying in his lane, reading the gaps right there, and keeps Akendo, who's got a lot of speed, in bay.
Not a huge crowd tonight, not a huge surprise. There's a lot of stuff happening in Sparta tonight. The middle school game still happening here at Stone. The weather has just been forecasted to be terrible as Potter sends Akendo out wide, takes the snap, rolls right now, looks back to his left. Now he's going to tuck it and run. Being chased from behind, he's at the 45. Shoestring tackle, gain of maybe a yard. That's a play they scored 2 touchdowns on a year ago. As Gage Stevenson chases down Potter, that kind of roll-out backside wheel that time. Sparta much more prepared for it, and no surprise here. Coach Chambers keeping the offense on the field, guys, on a 4th and 4.
Well, and kicking into the wind right there a little bit too, Noah. It might as well go for it right here. It may be the same thing as a punt right there in this situation.
2 receivers out wide, 1 to the left. Noah Potter, the junior quarterback, gives the hard count, now checks over. Still 25. They're not running the play clock, so being kept down there on the field. Potter does take the snap. He drops back to pass, has time, fires, receivers there, and he makes the catch. A hallmark of Derek Samber's offense. 10-yard hitches. They hit one for Asanya Brown with American Way Real Estate first down. And, of course, it's the game of the week, so it's doubled up sometimes. Stone Memorial first downs all season long on UCR, presented by our friends at Turner Roofing.
Well, good stop route right there, Noah. White County had a lot of cushion right there, almost too much cushion. Gets the first down there on a big 4th down conversion.
Absolutely, my friend. It is the new camera. Good video quality as this one's taking the left side. Caden Page, a player they really like. Isaiah Kelso already 2 tackles in the ball game. Jeremy, this field, not great.
Yeah, you can tell there's some rough patches. I'm not sure the history, why it is this. But, we just hopefully all the players are safe and it doesn't become a factor in this game.
Handoff spinning, and now there's that front for Sparta, forcing their way in the backfield to make the tackle. Phillips on the carry for Stone.
Go ahead.
I'm honest with you, Noah, as great at golf courses as they have up here,
Yep.
I'd be calling one of those superintendents right there real quick to patch up some of these holes on the field.
One thing I'm thinking about is if we get wet here in the 3rd quarter, what is this going to look like?
Snap taken on 3rd down and 8. Throwback right to the left side. Page makes the catch, breaks 1 tackle. Now he's caught from behind. They made it 4th and short. No doubt about it. Coach Samber's going to leave the offense on the field. Maybe a block in the back goes uncalled. It's going to be 4th down and 4 here for the Panthers.
Again, second try for a 4th down conversion, I should say, here tonight, Noah. And that screen was set up on the backside there very, very well. White County did a good job of recognizing it early enough to keep Page in contain right there.
4th and 5 here, late sub. Checking in for the Panthers is Lincoln Eldridge, the sophomore tailback. But Potter's going to be all alone in the backfield. Motion man across his Page. As the snap, he rolls to his right, looking downfield. Now fires receivers open, and he dropped it. Right through the hands of Haney. Would have been an easy first down. Instead, it's a turnover on down. Sparta gets the ball back. We'll give you a scoreboard update. Surprise, surprise. Upperman already with a lead. 1:13 in. They've struck over Livingston over on UCR2.
Well, Noah, even right there, you saw the wind really didn't affect the pass there, but YK's coverage right there was a little loose there in the secondary. The tight end sitting there wide open, just didn't come up with the play.
So now we will see the premier high school football player in this state, Trip Pinion, the senior. His stats beyond video game numbers. The past 3 seasons as the starter in Sparta, and now he has his team to 2-1, looking for a big win. Motion man across the line. Pinion has the shotgun snap. Looking left, he's going to keep it himself. Breaks 1 tackle, and now look out. Trip Pinion still on his feet, past the original line of scrimmage, darts out of bounds. And when I talked to Coach Samber yesterday, he talked about the importance of that pursuit and getting him towards the boundary out of bounds, not letting him juke in the middle of the field.
Well, and that's the thing about Tripp. If you don't wrap him up, he's elusive enough to turn a 2-yard gain into a 25-yard gain. But the thing about it, YK's came out again this 5-wide, basically 5-wide set, but a lot of times they're not throwing the football.
Trips to the right, motion man across again, flip of what we just saw. This time Penning's going to take the snap and he's going to throw the screen, and it is blown up. Flying in to make the tackle is Connor Melton, the senior. Big play there defensively as Demarius Dowell was there on the catch. And it's going to be 3rd and long here for Sparta. 7:45 to go in the opening quarter.
Great play by Melton, shedding the block that was set up for him. Just went by the block, read the play. Great defensive play.
If you're liking the new video quality on the stream, it's only because of our sponsors. We appreciate them, as I'm sure all of you do as well. 2 receivers each way here for Trip Pinion, who's in the shotgun. 7:20 and counting to play in the opening quarter. Has the snap, dropping back, looking left. Now fires down the field. Receiver's there, and he makes the catch, breaks a tackle, and there he goes. Darvon Richmond, 20, 10, 5. Give him 6. Touchdown, Warriors on 3rd and long. Trip Pinion finds Darvon Richmond, and the Warriors strike first.
Well, Darvon Richmond's a big playmaker. They went to him early last week against Cookeville on kind of the same route right there. You know, almost a 70-yard touchdown pass, guys, to start the ball game. That's a great way to shake off what happened to you last week.
That's a Wallace Insurance and 931 Sports Cards and Collectibles touchdown for the White County Warriors. Stone's defense looked like they were going to get off the field. Instead, it's a big play strike for Sparta in the passing game. Kicking it on here for the Warriors. Snap, set, kick is up, and the kick is good. 7:06 to go in the first quarter. We'll be back in 30 seconds. This is the high school football game of the week on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Can I use your shower again? I can't find anyone to fix it over the weekend.
Yeah, but you should have just called my guy. Hey, Greg.
What's up, Luke?
Can you fix a shower today?
Absolutely.
Even on Sunday?
Of course. No one should go without water. That's why we're here for you. 24/7, 365.
You look ridiculous.
Call the Happy Face Truck today.
Welcome back. A big play strike for the White County offense as Trip Pinion finds Darvon Richmond, one of those senior receivers who they're so high on. He streaks down the sideline for the touchdown. And with 7:06 to go in the first quarter, it's 7-0 Sparta, and pressure now on the Stone offense to answer. In years past, Stone's offense has been the big play threat in the region, but Sparta shows it's not just Tripp on those long runs.
No, I've been anxious to kind of see what this Sparta passing attack's going to look like, and again, I know Trip Pinion's a great athlete. I've not seen him throw the ball a lot because he's not had to. If he can throw the ball like that consistently, they are going to be a wrecking ball. I'm telling you, they're going to be tough. They're going to be tough, a tough out for anybody.
Akendo back deep to receive this kick, and they're going to kick it away from him to Caden Page. He's dangerous as well. Fields it at the 15. Tries to set up the blockers. Sparta there in pursuit. Nicely done in kick coverage by the Warriors. Or to be 1st and 10 on the 31. And we'll see Noah Potter and company come back out looking for a play. Only one touch for Maddox Akendo on that first drive. You'd imagine here that's got to be the formula for Stone to have some bigger plays get into 34's hands.
Well, you've also got to get it into your playmaker's hands who's got speed and breakaway speed at any time. And you want to, I guess, kind of emulate what maybe Cookeville had some success with last week, which was running between the tackles.
York against Bledsoe County has been postponed to tomorrow at 7 o'clock due to no officials. Wow. 2 receivers to the left. In the gun is going to be Noah Potter. Snap taken, does hand off to Akendo. Akendo to the edge. He breaks the tackle. He's at the 30. Akendo going to get slung down, and it's going to be from behind. Not sure if it's a face mask or a horse collar or something up high, but this is going to be likely 15, Jeremy?
To me, it looked like a horse collar. From here, can't see where his hands were at, but the way he fell, they did call a horse collar.
And unlike face mask, that's only a 15-yard penalty every time, correct?
Correct.
There's
15 yards every time.
5 or 15, which.
And you saw A.J. Hunt there, number 44, get to the outside, which that's who committed the infraction. But, that pursuit wasn't there last week. Now, with that being said, Cookeville's offensive line is a lot different than what you're probably going up against tonight.
So mark the 15 off. It's an automatic. Turner Roofing and Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate. First down for for Stone against Sparta's defense as they work right to left down the field, trying to answer the long touchdown strike after they turn it over on downs on their first drive. Snap taken, play fake. Potter's going to keep it himself. He's hitting the backfield and slung down. Lex Winfrey, we said we'll mention his name. He's got uber potential for the Warriors, and the big defensive lineman, who's only a sophomore, makes the tackle.
Well, that's typical Lex Winfrey on every Friday night so far this year, except we're on Thursday this week. But Lex is one of those guys that blows up a lot of plays and doesn't realize how good his ability is yet.
2 receivers each way here. A shotgun snap for Potter. He rolls to his right. We've got a whistle and some early motion, so that'll back him up 5. And those penalty yards are going against Stone now. And this has been a recurring problem over the past couple of years in region play that the coaches have tried to get addressed. The penalties for Stone have really hurt them at times.
Well, you had a positive there on first down, get the penalty, and now you have a loss, and now you've got a penalty on top of it. It's just not – when you're trying to get the advantage back, those are just things that drive head coaches nuts.
2nd and 17 upcoming here for Stone Memorial as Potter breaks huddle. Two receivers each way in this spread offense of Derek Samber, one of the bright offensive minds certainly in our area and beyond. Snap taken for Potter. It's a little offline, but he sets up the screen, makes the catch at the 45. Sparta rallies to it nicely, limits it to a gain of about 5 or 6. Eldridge there on the catch. Isaiah Kelso and Brandon Phillips there defensively, and it's going to be 3rd and long again for Stone.
I thought the setup offensively there, Noah and Jeremy, was really good by Stone's offensive line, but the linebackers stayed put there for White County and limited a lot of damage. I mean, obviously they got about 6 yards there, but could have been a lot worse.
2 each way here for Potter in the gun. Sparta brings pressure off the edge. Potter throws away from it, incomplete, and you can credit the pressure on the assist for that one as flying off was JoJo Dowell, and Stone will be forced to punt. Right now, Jeremy, if you're Sparta, couldn't ask for a better start.
You couldn't, and obviously the pressure from White County's defensive line, like Coach Dodgen said, the pressure from the linebackers. Right now, Sparta's defense is really impressing me during this game. If they can do that on offense and play like this on defense, wow.
Well, Sparta's seen something. White County's seen something on the defensive side of the football because that's 3 straight plays where they've had a blitz on the outside.
Return set up on the punt. He's to the 25. He cuts upfield at the 30, to the 35, to the 40, to the 45. Flag is down. This one's coming back, I believe, but a big return there for Antonio Purvis, the do-it-all senior for Sparta. But we'll wait and see as this one's back around the 33 where that penalty flag sits. And everyone's backing up, blocking the back. And a lot of punts get called back on blocking the backs, unless it's for the Chicago Bears last week.
Did you go to the game?
No.
You told me you were thinking about going.
I went to the game in Tennessee, and then I watched it at a place with lots of screens in between
your
here
potential Cookville to Charlotte to Chicago to Cookville trek. I didn't know how you were going to pull that off.
We went Cookville to Charlotte to Cherokee, North Carolina, back here. 5:17 to go in the opening quarter. 1st and 10 Sparta. That's a big penalty. Takes them away from midfield all the way back to the 23-yard line.
And the wind is really, really picked up right here too, guys.
It's that tropical storm, so it's not your typical kind of constant. The rain's blowing in and out. The wind is blowing in and out as those bands come through. Snap taking the quick screen on the outside, and it hit the ground. It was forward, so it's incomplete. And the time will stop eventually. It's still ticking down, though. Now to 5:08 to go, 5:07, 5:05.
It's a good clock keeper.
And it just keeps ticking.
Clock keeper senses the wind.
It is gusting consistently now, and it's starting to blow a little bit more towards us as Pinion has 2nd and 10. One big play for Sparta's offense has really been it for either team so far. Motion man across, snap taken. Going to keep it himself on that power read. And now Trip Pinion's carrying defenders, but it'll be slung down. It's a pretty good job of rallying by Stone's defense against Trip Pinion. He's taken down by Cameron Melton, big number 50. And now 3rd down and 7. Stone's looking for something better than they had the last 3rd down.
100% there. And the linebacker stayed at home there, Jeremy and Noah. And that's you've almost got to have about 3 spies on Trip, which opens up your passing game.
Sparta's gone spread all night long so far. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Pinion calls for, now has the shotgun snap. He throws quickly, receivers there in the hitch. He makes the catch, and Stevenson's cut down, but not before moving the chains for a Maxwell Insurance 1st down. And we're in the game of the week, so it's also presented by Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate.
Well, another good route. Gage Stevenson seems to be Trips throughout the year this year, seems to be his 3rd down conversion receiver as he's targeted him a lot.
Pinion quickly back up on the line, takes the snap, throws again the quick hitter, and this time it's dropped. And this is interesting, guys. We have the one kind of longer route, but from talking to Coach Sandberg yesterday and watching Sparta last week, you talked about it, Coach. It's a pass game that's really 5 yards and in this region game and last week against Cookville, which is different. It's almost an extension of the run game, but it does spread out the field for White County.
100%, and it gives your athletes opportunities to make plays in space and try to get those yards after the catch.
Motion man across again for Pinion is Stevenson. He takes the snap. Now he's going to fire the out. Receiver makes the catch again. They've run that play several times. And now Stone ripping at the football is being taken down as Demarius Dowell. It's a gain of about 7. 3:30 to go in the 1st quarter. Sparta starting to drive.
Again, not really a pick play there, Jeremy, I guess, per se, but set up kind of like a pick play a little bit there on the outside.
Yeah, you just want to create a lot of traffic there, and hopefully the receiver can kind of just squirt through that and break loose.
3:11 to go in the opening quarter and counting. It's 7-0 White County here on the road in Crossville on a Thursday night. The wind continues to gust. 3rd down and 3. Stone's band trying to make some noise now as Pinion motions a man across. We still haven't said his name. It's Cole Sims. Pinion looking left. Receivers open in the middle of the field. He makes the catch again. It's the same play they scored on. This time he's cut down, but not before more than enough for a 1st down. Darvon Richmond moves the chains again on another Gary Maxwell Insurance 1st down.
Well, that's just another situation right there. If you're getting an athlete out in space, I mean, Richmond's got 2 catches right now for 84 yards. I mean, guys, you're going to have to almost double team him at some point.
Score update over on UCR2. Upper Menace struck again. Early 1st quarter, they already lead 13-0. 2 receivers right, 3 to the left. Pinion with the pump. Now he's rolling back to his left. Receivers wide open in the middle of the field. Pinion doesn't see him yet. Now he does. Chucks it to a different receiver. Did he catch that? My goodness, he did. Going up to get it is the sophomore Cole Sims for a big 1st down. He had Stevenson wide open in the middle of the field. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's just a highlight reel catch for Sims into the Cheek Insurance red zone. And it's a Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate and Gary Maxwell Insurance 1st down.
Just a rollout and an athlete making an athletic play right there. and Cole Sims on the backside saving the day a little bit there.
Pinion has the shotgun snap. Again, throws the quick screen to the outside, and again it's dropped. 3 drops already in this game by my count for White County. 2nd and 10 upcoming here. Remember a week ago, White County had a 14-0 lead against Cookeville. So even if they score here, White County knows they can't let their guard down. But scoring is easier said than done. It's going to be 1:59 to go in the quarter. 2nd and 10. They're on the Stone 14-yard line.
One thing White County needs to be careful. I know they're coaching them the right way, but that ball was really close to the line of scrimmage, and just know it could be offensive pass interference if that ball's just about a half yard more forward.
Snap taking on a handoff on a normal run play for the first time, and it leads to a touchdown. Give him 6. Touchdown Warriors as they give it to Isaiah Kelso, who rumbles in for a Wallace Insurance touchdown, and White County's 2 for 2, and they lead 13-0.
Well, Isaiah Kelso there, another big back for the Warriors, and probably not a name that Stone prepared for with Sims and Pinion, but Kelso has done a good job early on running the football throughout the year for the Warriors.
A big-time punch thrown by the Warriors on the road as they lead 13-0, looking to make it 14 here on the extra point. Snap, set, kick. Good. 1:54 to go in the first quarter. White County stretched a 14-0 lead. This is the high school football game of the week on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to support student athletes and athletic departments throughout the Upper Cumberland. They're also proud to sponsor the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game on this broadcast. From trophies to t-shirts, they can do it all. Stop by and see them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate proudly presents this home on Meadow Road in Cookeville. With 4 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, this beautiful brick ranch could be your forever home. Call 931-979-1191 for more information and to schedule a showing, or visit ChadandAmyCrouch.com. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Welcome back. All Sparta early on in this one. They lead 14-0, 2 for 2, touchdown drives. Stone 0 for 2. And now, with 1:54 to go in the first quarter, Sparta's trying to avoid what happened last week, which was going up 14-0 and then surrendering it in quick fashion to the Cookeville Cavaliers. Cookeville tomorrow night at Lebanon. I'll be there with Jacob with all the action live on the main UCR Facebook page and YouTube channel. As the kickoff return is for Page, and he's going to be taken down. And something I've noticed, guys, after that first kickoff, the last 2, they're kicking it away from Maddox Akindo.
Well, and to piggyback off what you just said, Noah, this whole situation here in the first half is very similar, eerie, to what happened last week in Cookeville. White County gets 2 stops, 2 fourth-down stops, except Cookeville missed a field goal, and drive it down and score very easily both times. And now you got to see if it continues, or – does Stone figure out something on the offensive side to get Akindo the football a little bit more?
So Isaiah Kelso's 14-yard touchdown rush makes it 14-0. Stone in desperate need of an answer. Danger light is on for them. Motion man across his Page. Potter keeps it himself around left side. He's going to get hit and slung down again. Ferocious tackle by Gage Stevenson. And right now, Stone Memorial can't do anything against the White County front.
When you sit here and think that your best 2 plays so far have been your kickoff return to start the game and a horse collar tackle, you're just digging yourself a hole that's going to be tough to get out of.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left as Potter's in the gun. 2nd down and long. Snap taken, play fake. Potter dropping back. He's got a man deep. It's into the wind, and the wind carries it out of play. On a normal night, that's probably 6 points. Instead, it's incomplete, and it's 3rd and long.
Well, and you saw how 23 Page there reacted after the ball went in the air. I mean, he had the defender beat 2 or 3 steps, Noah, but he just kind of threw his hands up in the air. There was really nothing that either one of them could have done in that situation.
And that the wind is blowing kind of left to right if you're looking at it from this other end zone, and that's exactly the way the football was carried. So now it's 3rd down and long for Stone, whose backs are against the wall. Haymakers thrown by Sparta early on in this one. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left for Noah Potter, who's trying to find a rhythm in literally a tropical storm. Snap taken, play fake, Potter dropping back, fires down the middle of the field. Dangerous pass, could have been intercepted. Instead, it falls incomplete. Purvis there defensively, and it's punting time again. 0 for 3 now. Stone Memorial, their 2nd straight punt.
And there's just so much pressure on Potter back there to make a decision. He's even having trouble getting his feet set to throw because of the pressure from White County. White County's obviously seen something on film, and they're bringing somebody off that left side every time.
Has this pressure been like this the same as the previous 2 weeks?
No,
3 weeks?
It wasn't this way last week. I mean, now, first 2 weeks, Silverdale and Warren County, absolutely it was.
Purvis tries to set up the return. He gets hit hard. Still good field position for Trip Pinion with 59 seconds to go in the quarter rather. It's going to be 1st and 10 Sparta on their own 45, and it's early, but maybe the potential for a knockout punch for White County.
It's unbelievable. I was going to give you a quick scoreboard update.
Please.
We don't do this a whole lot. A middle school scoreboard update, okay? And the reason I'm bringing this up is the way that the middle school is structured. The winner of this game gets to host a playoff game, but White County is losing to DeKalb 18-0 at the half. The loser has to go to Avery Trace next Thursday night.
3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left as the motion man goes across Stevenson. Pinion takes shotgun snap, looking down the field to Purvis, and he fires a dart that goes through his hands, incomplete. Pinion shows off the cannon on that one, and it's 2nd and 10, 54 seconds to go. Sparta's had a couple of 3rd and long, guys. It just hasn't mattered.
And I don't think people have seen it because for the last 3 years it's been Dow left, Dow right, Dow up the middle, Pinion on every 4th possession. Tripp's got an arm on him.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got an arm on him that it's a missile coming out of there. By the way, Jeremy, you probably just caused Noah to have to do a middle school Thursday night game of the week.
I promise you didn't. Snap taking and a handoff on the sweep the other way. Big hole to rumble through. It's a 1st down and more for Sparta. A Gary Maxwell Insurance 1st down. Also presented by Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate as they give it to Dowell, and Demarius Dowell rumbles for another 1st down.
Well, it's just you're getting your speed again to the outside, what you talked about, Noah, earlier, and you're just letting your playmakers and athletes make plays. And right now, White County seems to be pressing all the right buttons.
36 seconds to go. I get the feeling White County wants to score going this way. The other way is where the wind is playing more of a factor, so they're getting onto the ball in a hurry. 1st and 10. Pinion has the snap, dropping back, looking left, fires on the quick hitter. Receiver makes the catch, and he'll be taken down and finished off with a big tackle. Gain of about 6, and that could be the final play of the quarter. We'll have to wait and see.
And I didn't see who made that catch over there, Noah.
Darvon
Richmond. He's had a great first quarter. I mean, a lot of people can love a great first half like this. He's had a great first quarter.
And that will be the final play of the first quarter. One controlled by the White County Warriors. After one, they lead over Stone Memorial. It's 14-0. We'll be back with more. This is the high school football game of the week on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
When you order delivery from Domino's, you can get more than just pizza for $6.99. You can get specialty chicken, savory pastas, oven-baked Parmesan bread bites, molten lava crunch cakes, and medium 2-topping pizzas as well. We didn't stop at pizza, and you don't have to either.
Iron Vine in Cookeville is the Upper Cumberland's home for delicious Chicago-style pizza, beef, chicken, fish, and more. Located in Cookeville's historic downtown district, Iron Vine's food and atmosphere will keep you coming back for more. Take in stunning views with the UCR team on Tuesday nights at 7, live for the UCR Coaches Show from the rooftop. Fire and Vine is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back. Second quarter here in Crossville. All Sparta through one, but a lot of football to be played. It's 14-0. White County has the football to be 2nd and 5. They're in Stone territory on the 37. I'm Noah McKay, joined by Jeremy Tollison. Coach Michael Dodgens here. Hallie Ledbetter's on the sideline on a windy night. The lovely Madison McKay still producing things for us here. We hope you join us tomorrow night from Lebanon. Cookeville takes on Lebanon in a big Region 6 or Region 4 6A matchup.
They need to reset the clock.
They're going to reset the clock as it's still not at 12 minutes. Cookeville's lost 11 in the last 3 seasons. Last year they should not have, so You may think the Cook was going to roll, but you got to tune in to find out.
I'm going to be honest with you, unless Cookville leaves the running back and quarterback at home, I'm going to be willing to say put your money on the Cavs.
We're trying to hype up the game here.
I'm just trying to get you to Davis's earlier.
I could go before. Say
before and after.
Now we're talking. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right as Pinion's in the gun. Motion man across is Sims. Takes the snap. He's looking right, dropping back. Now down the middle of the field. He's got to fire deep. That's a dangerous pass. Gage Stevenson had a little bit of a gap in the zone, but that was a hospital ball, as they call it, at the next level, and everybody gets out okay.
You know, the old Trip Pinion would have took off right there for about 25, 30 yards because it was wide open down the middle. And instead, stayed with his pattern, threw the football right there, but guys, I'm going to be honest with you, throwing into the wind right now, and the wind's picked up tremendously since the first quarter.
Yeah.
You get Trip Pinion in the open field, there's not going to be a lot of people to tackle him right there.
I'm not sure if it's coming through on the broadcast how windy it is. It is whipping right now through here. I'm sure you'll see trash blowing on the field before too long, unfortunately. It is 3rd down and 5 in no man's land for Sparta. Pinion calls for, now has the shotgun snap. He's going to give to Kelso. Kelso bounces it to the edge. He gets away from one tackler. Now he's on his feet pushing the pile past the line to gain. It's a Gary Maxwell Insurance. It's Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate. 1st down for the White County Warriors.
Another good run by Kelso right there. No, I'll be honest with you, if that wind keeps blowing, all this sand that's on the field is going to be blowing up in the air eventually.
If it starts to rain, the field is going to become a gigantic issue. It is not good, as you can see in 1080p now on your screens. It is not good at all.
Well, now you've got White County down the road. You've added another weapon in the backfield with Isaiah Kelso that's getting a lot of looks on the film right now.
Tennessee formation, 2 receivers stacked. They run the switch route down the field, looking deep. They tangle up, and it's going to be incomplete. And when you say got him and he puts his hands up into the air, you weren't talking about him. You were talking about Darvon Richmond. Yep. That's how Jalen Hyatt scored 5 against Alabama a couple of years ago.
You got to go back to the one time in 22 years. But that's all right.
How did Kentucky do last week?
Hey, you were saving it till the end of the year.
Is that right?
That's smart. Who wants game day coming
who
Saturday?
Wants
I wouldn't want that hassle.
Who wants to be in the playoff picture?
Exactly.
It's overrated. The Music City Bowl gives you a guitar when you get there.
The Music City Bowl would be a success, I think, at this point for Kentucky.
That's a fact. But Darvon Richmond, when they kind of little X cut right there, Darvon Richmond was wide open over the top side.
Snap is taken, play fake. Pinion throws the quick hitter again. Receiver makes the catch. He breaks a tackle, and he'll be taken down after a gain of about 8. And that's what Coach Samber talked to Hallie about before the game. Stone needed to get these Warriors on the ground. A lot of missed tackles early on tonight for the Panthers.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, I mean, they're just continuing shooting themselves in the foot. You've got to get them down there, and we can't give them any extra yards. It's already 14-0. They're driving in the red zone almost. You have to make that tackle.
Sparta looking for a kill shot early on, 3rd and 2. Pinion has the snap. He's going to keep it himself. He's hitting the backfield, breaks a tackle, and then he's stuck. Taken down. Great pursuit. And we talked kind of in the break, guys. Trip Pinion has not run it very much at all tonight, and they have a 14-0 lead. We'll see if he carries it again here as it's 4th and 2, and it's a big momentum changer in the game right here.
Well, I was just about to make the comment. The White County offensive line has done a fantastic job of protecting Tripp in the passing game, but Stone obviously on a read play, on a run play, made that read quickly to the outside.
Right back into the spread. See if we see a quick hitter or a run perhaps. Motion man goes across. Tripp calls for, has the snap. He's going to keep it himself in the quarterback draw. He spins off one tackler, and there's Trip Pinion carrying defenders to the 15. It's a gain of 5, still moving forward, make it 6. And it's enough for a Gary Maxwell Insurance. And Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate 1st down, and they're down to the Stone 14, which puts them safely in the Cheek Insurance and Twin Lakes Catfish Farm Red Zone. You're thinking, man, that's a lot. It is. Game of the week, and we stream every Sparta game, so it gets doubled up.
And you're quickly on the ball there, Jeremy, and we probably get on this in the next one. Different games, different crews. They let that play out a little bit longer than sometimes. You know, last week, as soon as a pile got together, the whistle was blown immediately.
Yeah, I think you do that. Me personally, as long as the pile's moving, you know, especially if a 1st down is it's a big play.
Right.
You know, you want to let the teams determine if it's going to be short or going to be a first down.
Pinion again takes the snap. He's dropping back, looking right now, thinking about running. Rolls to his right, still looking downfield. Pinion with time, and now here he comes. Pinion rolls out to his right, now fires, and it'll be incomplete. Good coverage there by Stone Memorial to be 2nd and 10 from the 14.
And Stone's linebackers stayed at bay, Noah. They didn't pursue. They didn't try to come upfield, which kept Tripp from taking off in a normal setting.
You got to credit Stone. They've done a good job with Tripp in the run game.
They are, but that's what they've seen on film. That's why they've not done as good of a job in the passing game, because in the run game, you have to stay at home. In the passing game, you want to pin your ears back and go after the quarterback, and I think Coach Beatty's trying to play a little cat and mouse to try to figure out what they're going to do before he's going to switch to the run game. 2nd
and 10. 5 receivers set. Snap taken. Pinion pumps, now fires. They got him wide open in the end zone. Did he make the catch? He did. Give him 6. Touchdown, Warriors. Demarius Dowell on the pump and go for another Sparta touchdown, and they are laying it on early.
Well, we talked about it in the first quarter, trying to get that advantage early, Noah, with the weather coming in, and I think Jeremy was going to allude to it. With the weather coming in, you get a 21-0 lead. Who knows what's going to happen in the next 30 minutes? I mean, it may be rain, and you cannot throw the football in the second half.
So Wallace Insurance and 931 Sports Cards and Collectibles touchdown as the extra point is up. Kicking is tough tonight, but they're making it look easy. It is good. 8:46 to go in the first half. It's all Sparta, 21-0 in the high school football game of the week on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network. We'll remind you, don't buy till you'll see Jason Fye.
Watson Chevrolet is proud to present the area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Watson Chevy's staff of experts are ready to get you into your next vehicle with unmatched service and knowledge. Stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway and test drive the all-new Chevy Trax or Silverado today. And remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye. Watson Chevy is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the UCR Media Network.
Let the bidding begin. It's time for the show, and you know it's gonna go high. There's a buzz in the air, and people come from everywhere to hear the auctioneer cry. The sound of the gavel never gets old when you hear an EJ say so. Live or online, we handle auctions of any kind.
Call Amanette's Eagle Auction at 526-5335, where we soar higher.
Welcome back as we advance on in the high school football game of the week. Stone needs an answer, and they need it now, or this is going to be a blowout. 21-0, White County out in front. 8:46 to go in the first half. Sparta going to kick it back with gigantic wind gusts. It's as windy as it's been so far. As this is a pooch kick that gets caught in the wind. It'll be fielded at the 25 to the 30. Looking for a return to the 35. Broken tackle carrying down to the 40. Good return, and we'll see this Stone offense. And we've seen an experienced White County team come on the road in the region, and as good of a start as they can imagine, an inexperienced Stone team struggling a little bit right now.
Well, we talked about it early on, and I know we talked about it 2 weeks ago, Noah. This is game 2 of the gauntlet for White County. You had Cookeville, Stone, Upperman, Macon. You lose to Cookeville last week, whatever it may be. But you wondered how they would respond. Jeremy, I think they've proved a lot of people out.
I'm really impressed. I'll tell you, I didn't expect the defense play like this. I didn't expect the passing game to be vertical like this. It's been really impressive.
Akendo around left side. Just the third touch for Maddox Akendo as he breaks a tackle, carries defenders forward, and that's why he's so dynamic. It's a Turner Roofing. And Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate, first down.
I'm not a football coach by no means, Noah, but I'd find a way to make sure the football touches his hands quite a bit here on this drive.
Score update, Carmine Phillips with an 11-yard touchdown reception. It's all Upperman, 21-0 in the first quarter over Livingston Academy. That's over on UCR 2. Hallie, hide your eyes on that one. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right, rolling out. Potter, he's hit and he is sacked. And he was stuck by JoJo Dowell, who flew in unblocked off the edge for a huge domino sack.
And it would be real interesting, maybe, I don't know at what point you can find out from Coach Beatty and Coach David Foster. They have blitzed Dow off the outside edge on the right or left side almost every play, and he's been untouched.
Loss of 10,
every of it.
2nd and 20. Yeah, they are sending the house right now. It's engage 8 everywhere. Here comes more pressure. Potter fires to Akindo. He makes the catch at the 40. There goes Maddox Akindo to the 30. He's at the 25-20. Caught from behind and taken down. How about Noah Potter to take that lick? Stand in there and throw that ball to Maddox Akindo for a Turner Roofing first down.
And listen, that's what Stone needs. It's 21-0. You have to get a spark. We've got a great offensive mind, Coach Sandberg. Get it in your playmaker's hand. I mean, all of that stuff adds up to success, but they have to have it, and they have to have it now.
Into the Twin Lakes Catfish Farm red zone. That was also a Sonia Brown with American Way Roofing. Wow. Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate, the other R, and Turner Roofing.
She started roofing?
No.
Listen, she is Wonder Woman.
She can do everything.
I agree. I didn't realize she started a roofing company.
Rolling out to the right. Being pressure from behind. Potter gets away. Now he's off script. Potter from behind, looking downfield. Receivers there, just out of the outstretched arms. Looking for Phillips down the field. Noah Potter really good off script at 2nd and 10. You know, professional broadcasters would just let that go and, moved on to the next one, but no.
Well, that's why you hire a couple of knuckleheads to come up here with you. So
I mean, this is like Harry Dole.
What have I done? 7:11 to go in a ball game. In the first half, no Slurpees, 7-11. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Potter's going to be all alone in the backfield.
That's your fault.
I'll be honest with you. I thought his offensive line did a good job right there on the scramble of staying with their blocks.
Potter takes a snap. Here comes the pressure again. Little sidearm pass. It's going to be caught in the flat. Phillips makes a man miss, and there he goes to the 10. He's to the 5. That is a really nice move by Dylan Phillips in the open field, a sophomore. It's another Turner Roofing and Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate first down. Antonio Purvis gets him down late, cuts back to the middle, an impressive move. And now all of a sudden, Stone Memorial with a little bit of life here on this drive. And there's something to be said. They're going this way on the field now. It seems like the weather is less chaos-inducing going this way from the way the wind is blowing.
I'll be honest with you, on the Cumberland Plateau, anytime the weather can shift at any moment.
And then you throw a hurricane into it, and it really becomes fun. Stone looking for its first touchdown to try and make it interesting here. They throw 21-0, but Maddox Akindo with a great ball from Noah Potter has put him into the red zone. Motion man across his Page. Potter has the snap. He rolls to his left. Page is wide open. He fires it to him, makes the catch to the end zone. Give him 6. Touchdown, Panthers. Caden Page, as Coach Sandberg draws it up, gets him wide open in the flat. Potter puts it on him, and we got ourselves a ball game. It's 21-6.
It's a must-answer drive right there, Noah, because they were on the doorstep of possibly could go down 28-0. Good answer there for Coach Sandberg and his offensive staff there. White County, again, continuously bringing Dow off the edge. Kind of left a man isolated by himself on an island, Jeremy, and Stone took advantage of it.
Well, and we mentioned it earlier, but Coach Sandberg is one of the best offensive play callers. He notices what's happening, and he realizes he's got to shift what he's doing a little bit to see things at work, and that drive is absolutely perfect.
Going for 2.
And they're going to go for 2, and it's intercepted, picked off, and that's a dead ball there. So Stone goes for 2, the win. We mentioned the kicking problems, maybe don't want to compound things. It's still 21-6, though, so Sparta gets a little momentum back.
My only question is, you're kicking with the wind at your back right there. You almost have to take the points. I mean, in that situation, because the wind is at your back at that moment, but unless there's something going on that we don't know about with their kicking game.
Score update over on UCR2. It's all Upperman. Ethan Polk with a 14-yard touchdown rush, and the number 1 team in the state looks like it tonight. And it sets up, we can go ahead and tell you, next week's high school football game of the week.
Pickett County.
Maybe the biggest game in the history in the regular season at White County High School. As Upperman comes to town to take on the Warriors. We'll see them in back-to-back weeks as part of this gauntlet, as you called it, Coach, and you're right about that in their schedule. Jeremy, that's going to be a big-time game, but Sparta not out of the woods yet tonight. That was a big answer by Stone Memorial.
No, it was great, and we're talking about game of the week next week. We had this last week, but a huge game at Cookeville again. So it's like, man, high school football on the plateau right now is so much better than it seemed to have been 5 years ago. Everybody's just battling everybody.
And
I love it.
Stone does have kicking issues when it comes to injuries tonight, so you're probably going to see them go for 2 early and often, as you just saw. And it is Noah Potter who's actually going to kick this one away.
Right now you want to take advantage with the wind at your back and try to boot that thing as far as you can and at least get White County.
I think the wind's in your face
it's
now.
swirling everywhere.
Now it is now.
It's flipped around
quickly.
This one's going to be fielded, and they're going to pitch it back, trying a little rope-a-dope. Sparta with a big return for Dowell. He breaks the tackle. He goes out of bounds. We'll see where they spot it. Trying to get there through the mass of pads and bodies down there, and it's going to be spotted down with great field position on the Sparta 45 for Trip Penny in the offense, which has gone 3 for 3, relatively uncontested.
Don't know if I've ever got wind burned at 8 o'clock at night, but we're pretty close, guys, up here at the top of Stone Memorial's football stadium. But, you know, White County's exclusively went with basically the 5 receiver set there, Noah, and they've not deviated from anything. And like you talked about on air, heck, it just gives somebody else something else to watch on film and drive you nuts for a week.
3 to the left, 2 to the right here for Trip Pinion as they try to spread out the defense. See if you see a little more Trip Pinion running at some point in this one. Heck, they haven't needed it yet.
No.
Motion man goes across to the line. And some early movement there. It's going to be a 5-yard penalty.
Just as you called it, he was taking off right
They were
there.
trying to set up Trip Pinion around that right side, and the receiver tucked down under the line and got a little bit of a head start, so it'll be 1st and 15.
Absolutely. There was no doubt about what was getting ready to happen right there. He was going across that right side and going to see if he could make a play.
Hallie on the field. It is very windy up here. Is it that windy down there on field level?
It's not windy to me, but I can hear it on your mic. So
Okay.
I'm assuming it's windy up there.
The wind starts about the top of the field goal post, apparently.
Coach just went
Maybe
to
a
the car to
little
get his kite.
on the upright. Snap take it, Pinion. He's going to keep it himself. Breaks it around right side. There goes Trip Pinion to the 45. Jukes up field where he's escorted out of bounds to about the 50. It'll be a gain of 10, but because of the penalty, it's not a first down. It'll be 2nd down and 5.
Well, another good opportunity for Trip to get to the outside, use his speed, use his moves that he likes to use there and make people miss. And, guys, just to be honest with you, he is extremely elusive, and you're seeing it firsthand again tonight.
Coach Sambers said it pregame. He said it to me yesterday. Talking about moving the game. I don't think they're going to figure out a way to be better at tackling Trip Pinion from Thursday to Friday. He is so hard to bring down. You talk to any coach in this region and beyond, the respect they have for number 3 shines through. The biggest competitors we've seen in a long time.
In every sport that he plays.
2 receivers stacked to the left here. They had a touchdown before, just didn't find them. And they're going to hand it off this time around left side, and now there's a hold of rumble through for Isaiah Kelso again. Kelso to the 40 where he's slung down. They're going to have about 10, and that's enough for Gary Maxwell Insurance and Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate, 1st down.
Isaiah Kelso again, guys. He's getting to the outside and making some things happen there for this White County offense. And you look at it, Cole Sims, who had almost 80, 90 yards last week against Cookeville, yet to touch the ball in the backfield.
I think what White County's doing here, literally, you guys have said it, we're putting things on film to show you that we are multi-dimensional, and we have more players than number 3.
That's exactly right.
You saw Macon County try and do that last week in Baxter. They mixed it up and almost got the win. Snap taken, Pinion. Going to hand off to Kelso again. This time, Stone more prepared for it, and he will be brought down, trying to rip the jersey off. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10, 5:18 to go. Sparta will receive the second half kickoff.
Well, this is a big drive, I think, for White County, because if you obviously play a little clock management here, got 5 minutes left to go in the second quarter, plus you get the football back, you could really make some huge separation in this football game.
It was 21-0. Now it's 21-7. Sparta out in front. 21-6, my apologies. Missed 2-point conversion attempt. Motion man out to the right side. Snap taken. They're going to throw it there, and now this one's low. And they were sending the big man out to go and block that time, rumbling around to the edge, but it's going to instead be 3rd down and 10. Big play here. Stone has not been able to get off the field on 3rd down tonight.
No, they were using A.J. Hunt right there, the fullback, to go out and create a little bit of space for Dow if he makes that catch.
That's a scary sight to see A.J. Hunt running down in motion.
That was one of Jeremy's students when Jeremy came out and did some stuff for our refereeing class that we've started at White County. I could have used some of those guys at York tonight.
They could have used a couple.
Yeah, I hate that a game gets postponed.
I hate it. And Bledsoe County comes so far away.
And got to come back tomorrow.
Because
super unfortunate.
One receiver each way. Pinion takes the snap, going to play fake, rolls out to his right. He's being pressured, looking downfield. Little jump pass, and this one's going to be out of bounds. Stone's defense gets a stop. It's decision time for Curtis Beatty. Do you give him a short field potentially? Do you try and go for a knockout blow, or do you just kick it away? And they're going to kick it away.
I'm going to go with option 3 at this point, up 21-6. You know, Stone's got a little bit of life right here.
Feels a little bit like last week, Jeremy. Remember, all Macon County in our game, it was the same score, 21-6. Upperman scored before the end of the half, and we know what happened in that game, so we'll see. The wind is shifting again.
I think it's at his back now.
It is whipping. That flag on that flagpole is getting its money's worth tonight.
That flag's asking for mercy over there.
This is aggressive.
It's unbelievable.
4:27 to go in the first half. Dow on to kick it. Stone got a hand on it. It's blocked. Still, though, considering the fact that it was blocked, it got down to the 17-yard line. Wow. Just a piece of it, and it ends up being a long way away for Stone Memorial. But if you're Derek Samber, you'll be feeling a little bit like you weathered the storm if you can go down and get an answer here.
I'll be honest with you, if Hallie would have stepped up, she had a play right there to get a couple yards on that return. But
she may have taken it back.
She could have. But no, you're Sandberg, Coach Sandberg, you can't ask for anything better right there. Now you've got to be able to turn this into points going into halftime, because obviously they can score quick, and they've shown that in previous years.
It was a big throw to Maddox Akendo down the seam after a huge sack. I mean, JoJo Dowell tried to take Noah Potter's head off, and I mean that respectfully. In football, that's a good thing. Potter answered. The next play stood in there against pressure and delivered a ball. And we'll see if that lights him up. Snap taken. Going to hand off to Akendo again. Behind the blockers, now he takes off. Akendo slung down, but not before a gain of about 6 yards.
And again, that's his last 2 carries, have gone for 17 yards, and that's just been really good job.
Maddox Akendo, one of the top players in this region, if not beyond. He is electric. Second down and 4.
And we'll talk about, Jeremy and I were talking about it on the way up here tonight. You've got 3 potential Mr. Football candidates in the same region, and you're leaving out a kid in Akendo that's a great athlete and a great player that in any other region would be a capable candidate for being a Mr. Football finalist.
You can have 5 in
and
this
the quarterback from DeKalb.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's like, holy cow.
Absolutely. Second down and 3. Here comes pressure again off the edge. Sparta picks it up, Stone picks it up, and it's dropped.
That's a catchable ball right there.
Hunter Haney, great ball over there. There's been a couple of drops tonight for Stone out there. It would have been a first down. Instead, it's 3rd and 4 with 3:34 to go in this first half. And what a first half it's been.
The only problem in there, Noah, you're 3rd down with a stop clock. White County gets off the field right here. You're going to have at least 2.5 minutes to try to get some points before halftime.
Carmine Phillips, pick 6. Sparta's up 35-0. Or pardon me, Upperman's up 35-0.
I will be honest with you. I think Sparta would take that score next week.
I think
all
you're
day.
right, but Upperman is up. Snap taken, hand off to Akendo up the middle, and there he goes. Maddox Akendo with a first down and more. He's to the 30. Jukes upfield. Now he's slung out of bounds, but not before Turner Roofing. And Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate first down. As I was saying, Upperman leads Livingston on UCR2, 35-0.
Now, you know these knuckleheads are every single mistake you make tonight, we're calling you on it. And see, that's the problem.
See, no, and the problem is this game's on Thursday, so it's moved all my prep up. I'm all out of sorts already. I'm doing my best here.
We love it. We can't wait.
Absolutely. 2 to the left, 1 to the right here for Potter. 1st and 10. It goes right through his hands going back, and he's just going to fall on it.
Smart.
Noah Potter eats it, and it's going to be 2nd and a mile, but it avoids disaster for Stone.
And if you're Coach Sandberg, you've had about 3 or 4 productive plays, and then that happens right there, and you've just got to it's one of those that if you could hit your head on something, you'd probably do it at that moment.
They're hitting that tempo now that they're so known for. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Potter, as they show blitz, they're going to bring it. Kelso out of the linebackers, brings the pressure. He gets it out to the left side. Receiver makes the catch. Makes up that negative yardage, minus about 1, and it's going to be 3rd down and 11 here for Stone.
Another good route by Page there and broke it off pretty quick. You got to be impressed right there with Stone's offensive line. They picked up another blitz, kind of a delayed blitz with Isaiah Kelso right there.
Big play here. It's 3rd and 10. They gave him that original line of scrimmage. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Empty set here for Noah Potter. And we've got a whistle and a stoppage, and Derek Samber wants to talk about things with 2:27 to go. Score update from elsewhere, but a big game of interest in this classification. Alcoa and Greenville facing off tonight. Alcoa leads 21-13 midway through the third quarter.
That's two heavyweights on a Thursday night.
Greenville, potentially, them and Anderson County have kind of cemented themselves on top of the other part of the eastern half of the bracket with whoever comes out this way, and it certainly appears like Region 4-4A has every opportunity in the world to have the two in the quarterfinals. Sparta wants to be there. Stone wants to be there. Upperman and Macon, of course, do as well.
Bearing injury of anybody, I would be 100% shocked if that quarterfinal game, wherever it's at, isn't two of these region football teams facing off for a second time.
Yep.
And wouldn't be that second round game, it wouldn't shock me if it wasn't all four teams.
Wouldn't surprise me at
Kind
all.
of like other sports that we have in the area where other regions really don't compete and contend.
You talking about girls basketball, Coach?
I'm talking about boys basketball,
Oh, okay.
Because it happens on that side, too. But, yeah, girls basketball happens.
You just
quite
know a
bit.
little more about the girls basketball.
That's alleged.
You are?
Alleged. No, I'm not
a legend.
No,
I thought you said legend.
Is it preseason number one team in the state? Is that right, Coach? The Warriorettes? I think that's
incorrect.
I think that's starting.
Now, see, you've already been kicked out of Baxter.
One to the right, one to the left.
The number one team in White County for sure.
That's a fact.
Potter takes the snap. He's dropping back, looking left, fires receivers there, and I mentioned it earlier. The hallmark of Derek Samber's offense. 10-yard hitches to the sticks. They hit it again for Turner Roofing. And Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate, first down for the Panthers.
It keeps your drive going, keeps White County off the field, Noah. And Page has done a good job. Obviously, he's been his favorite receiver tonight.
Zipping with the tempo now. 2:20 to go in the half. Rolling to his right is Potter. Fires receiver, makes the catch at the 50. Now jukes upfield. He'll be cut down. Darvon Richmond there defensively. Hunter Haney makes the catch. And how about Potter going right back to Haney after a tough drop. Puts it on him, and now it's going to be second and short. And there is something to going this way. Both offenses have done much better going this way on the field tonight. They get set up quickly, so we'll stay with it quickly. Two receivers each way. Potter in the gun. Takes the snap. Rolls to his left this time. Looking deep. Swivels his hips. Now fires into the flat. Receiver makes the catch. He's got the first down and more. Phillips moves the chains on a Turner Roofing and Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate, first down. They're putting and it's actually Carson McCoy who makes the catch. They're putting the officials to the test here, Jeremy, with the tempo, getting on the ball.
Yeah, as an official, you hate that. I mean, listen, we're old, we're overweight. We need a break.
You saying you're overweight in between the two of us is really
easy
something.
there on the outside.
Dropping back to pass. Potter tries to juke. He's hitting. He's sacked. Taken down. More pressure off the edge. This time it's Gage Stevenson who makes the tackle, and it's another domino sack, the second of the half for White County.
Been two things here on this drive, Noah, that I thought now they're going to have to use a timeout. Number one, the pass out here to the outside to McCoy, you'd have thought maybe and try to cut, instead of cutting back upfield, Coach Sandberg, get out of bounds. We don't have to burn a timeout, nor 20 seconds. Right there, you want your quarterback. Just get rid of the football. Just throw that thing 15 yards or 15 rows up into the bleachers. That way you're not having to take a sack, a loss, and burn a timeout.
I'll tell you, Coach, I got it on good authority. Number one team in the state, White County Warriors.
Yeah, who just texted you, Eric Mitchell? If Eric Mitchell
that's
texts you,
a reliable source, right?
That's solid.
No, if Eric Mitchell texts you, that's one of two things. He's sandbagging, because anytime he starts texting about other teams, he's trying to take the onus off of him.
Is that it?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, he listen. You know,
I've got sources. They're just telling me things.
We're just lucky to be alive.
Is that it? Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, Eric Mitchell's been coaching a long time.
Well,
he knows what he's talking
One of the
about.
most respected individuals in the Upper Cumberland, and if he
Legend.
says something, legend.
I don't want to get
one
Noah
of Pickett
kicked off
County's
here.
finest. I mean, here we go. If he
Listen.
says something, here we go.
He is in the Bobcat den.
Second and 18 upcoming here. Two receivers each way for Noah Potter. 1:18 to go in the first half. Stone has answered the call so far after trailing 21-0. Potter rolls back, now looks back to his left. He's being pressured. Spins around, fires deep, and he just chucks it away wisely. Smart play by the junior. 3rd and 18 upcoming here with 1:13 to go in the half.
Honestly, I'd have liked to have seen him do that on the last play. You save your yardage, obviously, and you save a timeout. But White County's rush has been really, really good so far here in the first half.
They are sending the house towards Noah Potter.
And that's one reason why Coach Samber has absolutely had to throw the quick stuff to the outside to try to minimize that rush.
And several plays in a row again. where 34 has not touched the ball for Stone, and it's stalled out just a little bit. Maybe a common theme there. He's electric. He's standing out in the flat right now. Maddox Akendo. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. 3rd and 18. Potter has the snap. Going to play fake, dropping back, looking left. Has some time now relative to how it's been tonight. And the receiver makes the catch. He turns upfield. And now a late flag in, potentially a face mask or a horse collar. Either way, it's going to be a Turner Roofing and Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate first down, and Noah Potter making plays off script on this drive.
Well, that's a big, big gain right there. You're going to add the first down, plus you're obviously going to add some yardage to that. You know, you turned a negative into a positive right there, Noah, with that face mask, and now Stone's on the verge of putting this thing in the end zone and making a one-possession game.
1:03 to go in the ball game, or in the first half, I should say. It is a 5-yard face mask, not a personal foul.
I mean, Noah, we've had 37 passes in the first half. I mean, this is unbelievable.
And it's still moving at a pretty good pace.
A couple of years ago, White Cane didn't throw it 37 times in 2 years.
1 minute to go in the half. Snap taken for Potter. Play fakes to Akendo, now rolls to his right. Potter looking downfield. Now he's just going to tuck it and dart out of bounds at about the 11. Minimal gain on the play. They are into the Twin Lakes Catfish Farm red zone, and Brandon Phillips escorts him out of bounds.
Again, you're seeing the ability of Potter. Not only can he throw the football, but he can also scramble. So you've obviously got to keep your eyes on him in the backfield. But, you know, the White County defense obviously blitzing, I guess, unmercifully right now here in the first half has left some receivers wide open in the secondary for Stone, if he has time to get it to him.
2nd and a long 9 here upcoming for Stone as they try to punch it in and leave limited time for Trip Pinion on the other side to try and answer back. The 2-point conversion could be big as well. That's going to become a story. Potter. Tighter set here for Stone. He has the snap. Play fake. He's looking left. He's forced out of the pocket again by the pressure. Potter looking downfield. Now he's just going to dart out of bounds again. And it is 9 rushers towards Noah Potter on that play. They are pinning their ears back and getting after this junior quarterback. That route was going to be there in the end zone, and he had no time. Wow.
And Coach, I've brought this up. I really had no idea that their defense had been playing this well. You know, fortunately for us, we get to see a bunch of teams week in and week out. You have seen White County as much as anyone, and their defense is really, really impressive.
David Foster's done a good job as the defensive coordinator. He's been around. He was with Coach Maynard for many years at Smith County and other places.
3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left for Noah Potter. Big 3rd and 10 play here as Sparta shows blitz again. I bet you they bring it. They do. Snap taken. Potter fires over the middle, and it's incomplete. Miscommunication as he shows his frustration, and Sparta threatening to stand tall and get a huge turnover on downs. 4th and 10 from the 11.
Well, this is a big play right here for both teams, offensively and defensively. Stone scores here. You're going to take a lot of momentum into the half. White County gets a stop. You're getting the football back with a lot of momentum coming back in the second half.
Yeah, important to note, as you mentioned, Sparta gets the football to start the second half as Stone had the opening kickoff.
I wish they wouldn't have halftime so we can avoid this rain.
It's coming. You can feel it. 1 timeout left for Stone, 3 left for Sparta, 39 seconds to go in the half. We may dodge it.
I think we're dodging it, Coach Dodging. You like
that's
that?
why you brought me on here.
Exactly.
And now, tight set for Stone Memorial. Potter motions Akendo across, has the snap. He's rolling to his right, into the blitz. Now he forced back to his left. He's hit, and he is sacked. Another sack. And again, it's Gage Stevenson coming through and making the sack. It's a domino sack for the Warriors.
That's his 2nd sack here in the first half, and that's at least 5 here that we know of in the first half, guys. White County with a big play right
My man
there.
JP just texted me. I apologize. It's a Domino's Team Sparta sack there.
Don't make the pizza guy mad.
Domino's sack.
Gracious.
1st and 10 here for Sparta. Big time stop there, and we'll see how aggressive they are with 34 seconds to go and 3 timeouts. Stone got it to the 11 and leaves empty-handed with an opportunity to cut it to a possession.
Big stop there for the White County defense, and, you know, it's been kind of tribute to what they've done the whole first half. They've sent the house on almost every play, and it's been very beneficial for them.
3 to the left, 1 to the right here for Trip Pinion. Motion Stevenson across. He's about to keep it. Snap taken. He sure is. Pinion bounces upfield. There he goes. Breaks a tackle. Now he'll be cut down. Stone continues to defend him very well. Got a couple of extra yards. And a timeout's going to be called by Curtis Beatty. Time's still ticking away. They're going to have to add more to it. It was about 25 when he called the timeout. It's down to 18 when they finally got it stopped.
I'm going to be honest with you. If Stone's keeping that clock, that thing would have went down to about 8 seconds if I was keeping it, because at any moment right there, Trip Pinion could break that tackle, and he's going 85 yards.
It's maybe the best Hail Mary in the state.
Absolutely.
Trip Pinion running the football.
I mean, that's his 6th carry of the first half. I mean, if you say 21-6 and you're not here watching the football game and you turn it on and say, man, it's 21-6, I bet Pinion's went nuts. Pinion's got, 6 carries basically for about 35 yards right now.
Stick around during the Happy Hiller halftime show. We'll hear a word from our awesome sponsors. We'll take you around the state. A lot of games on a Thursday night. We'll tell you about them. Have a couple of games to talk about for Friday as well. Of course, recap this first half, preview the second half, and get right back to action on a windy night here in Crossville. 24 seconds to go in the first half. Sparta with the football. It's going to be 1st and 10. They did give them a Gary Maxwell Insurance and Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate first down.
There's a kind spot on the road right there, guys.
3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. He took the words right out of my mouth, Coach.
Good.
He was 2 yards short to my eye. And I got glasses on. Pinion takes the snap. He's dropping back, looking left. Now back to it right, firing deep downfield, way up into the air. A rainbow pass, and it drops harmlessly to the grass, incomplete, with 16 seconds to go in the first half.
Guys, that was about a 55-yard pass in the air right there at ease.
Yeah.
Jeremy, you talking about his arm. It's impressive.
It was also the ball was thrown extremely high.
Right.
So you add both of those. The trajectory was high, 55 yards in the air. I don't know if the Sparta fans thought it was pass interference or they were wooing because he threw it so far, but there was a little noise on the other side.
Sparta is taking some shots here with 16 seconds to go. 3 receivers to the left again, 1 to the right of Trip Pinion. Has the snap. He's going to keep it himself around right side. He's hit and cut down. You got to give a ton of credit to Stone Memorial's run defense against Trip Pinion in the first half. And now we'll have a late whistle and a timeout called. And it's going to be for an injured player. Maybe. No, just a timeout. One of the Warriors was a bit slow to get up, but he is. 6.1 seconds to go. So Coach Beatty trying to draw up one play, see if they can get a little magical touchdown here.
Well, at this point right now, if you get a big play, get a big score, you're fine going into halftime. The thing you got to be careful with right here is you don't want to throw a pick that gives Stone the opportunity to take it back to the house to get a lot of momentum going into halftime.
3rd down and 9 upcoming here. Temperature-wise, not too bad. It's the wind that makes it interesting. 65 degrees right now. It could be worse. Tomorrow night, Cookeville, Lebanon, region showdown as the Cavs try to get to 4-0 on the season and set up a collision with Mount Juliet.
Some big games this week.
There certainly are.
As a alumni of Cookeville Cavaliers, I love seeing the progress the football team's made in the last few years.
The Sparta fans watching disagree strongly.
Well, I went to Cookeville. I married someone from Sparta, so
there you go.
Got a little smarter, but
Pinion, big play here. 2 receivers each way. Takes a shotgun snap, fires the quick out. Receiver makes the catch, and he darts out of bounds with 2.2. So they get a little bit closer as they get it to Demarius Dowell. And now it will be one final play with 2.2 seconds to go in the half.
And you get a little bit closer right there where you've got a shot at throwing it up into the end zone if the offensive line protects Pinion right here like they've done the whole first half.
Ironically, we're about 55 yards from the end zone.
Absolutely.
Pinion calls for the snap. He's dropping back, looking left. He tries to pass. Now he's forced out of the pocket to his left. Eyes downfield, swivels the hips, chucks it deep. Trip Pinion with the cannon, but it's out of bounds. And a very interesting first half is in the books. We're not done just yet. We'll come back with the Happy Hiller halftime show, but at the break, it's White County 21, Stone Memorial 6. This is the high school football game of the week on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
The Real Estate Collective Auction Group offers expertise in a variety of services, including real estate, personal property, equipment, and nonprofit benefit auctions. Call 931-559-9500 for more information or see their upcoming auctions at letsgorico.com. The Real Estate Collective Auction Group is proud to support student athletes in our area and this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Live Oak Insurance and Financial is home to your trusted local insurance professionals. Their experts are here to provide guidance and options to fit your home, life, health, and business insurance needs. And with the Medicare enrollment period coming soon, they're here to answer your questions. Call 931-367-5483 to set up an appointment today. Live Oak Insurance and Financial is proud to sponsor student athletes in the Upper Cumberland and this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Tee Up is the Upper Cumberland's brand new indoor golfing experience. With 3 state-of-the-art simulators, you can work on some of the world's best courses, all in the comfort of their climate-controlled facility. You want to know how you can improve? See everything from club speed to spin rate in seconds. Conveniently located at 141 4th Street in Baxter. Stop in. Visit them online at teeupgolfclub.com or call them at 931-559-GOLF to reserve your simulator today. Tee Up is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
What if opportunity was all in a day's work?
We find new ways to make vacation dreams a reality. And that inspires me to do my best work every single day.
What if you can make a real impact in people's lives with a team that cares?
What I do matters, not just for guests, but for my team. We rely on each other each and every day.
What if your work inspired fun and moved people?
We put the world on vacation. Our job is to make people happy. Inspiring travelers around the world to live their best lives never stops being fulfilling.
At Travel and Leisure, what if can be what is. Stop wondering. Join the travel movement and start a career where memories start with you.
Watson Chevrolet is proud to present the area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Watson Chevy's staff of experts are ready to get you into your next vehicle with unmatched service and knowledge. Stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway and test drive the all-new Chevy Trax or Silverado today. And remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye. Watson Chevy is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the UCR Media Network.
The Quality Family, a local company supporting and caring for our local communities. The Quality Family offers services to get you back to the game. From bracing to oxygen and everything in between, we can meet your medical equipment needs with Buckeye Home Medical Equipment. If you have an in-home need for strength and conditioning, for example after a surgery or injury, Quality Home Health is available to provide individualized care while you are on the mend. For those with end-of-life diseases, Quality Hospice is available to provide nurturing care during those difficult times. Choose the Quality family of services for care within your community. Visit thequalityfamily.com to navigate all we have to offer you.
Tanya Brown, Realtor with American Way Real Estate, is proud to present this home being offered for sale for the first time. With 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, a bonus room, and a basement with over 4,000 square feet under one roof, this home also boasts a fenced-in backyard and storage building with plenty of room for your boat. Located on 7.7 private acres, this home on 2139 Austin Bottom Road, just minutes to Baxter and Cookeville, is just what you need. Call Sonia Brown, Realtor with American Way Real Estate at 931-979-7145 for more information today.
I work with Warren County Nursery here in McMinnville, Tennessee.
I'm very passionate about the hay because that's how I take care of my cows.
So I farm here with my dad.
We raise primarily corn, soybeans, and wheat. By having that in my background and knowing what the customer expects, I know how to cater to the customer.
We're here to provide solutions for our customers.
Going through some of those challenging experiences help you understand maybe the position they're coming from.
Can I use your shower again? I can't find anyone to fix it over the weekend.
Yeah, but you should have just called my guy. Hey, Greg.
What's up, Luke?
Can you fix a shower today?
Absolutely.
Even on Sunday?
Of course. No one should go without water. That's why we're here for you, 24/7, 365.
You look ridiculous.
Call the Happy Face Truck today.
When you order delivery from Domino's, you can get more than just pizza for $6.99. You can get specialty chicken, savory pastas, oven-baked Parmesan bread bites, molten lava crunch cakes, and medium 2-topping pizzas as well. We didn't stop at pizza, and you don't have to either.
Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to support student athletes and athletic departments throughout the Upper Cumberland. They're also proud to sponsor the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game on this broadcast. From trophies to t-shirts, they can do it all. Stop by and see them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate proudly presents this home on Meadow Road in Cookeville. With 4 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, this beautiful brick ranch could be your forever home. Call 931-979-1191 for more information and to schedule a showing, or visit chadandamycrouch.com. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Iron Vine in Cookeville is the Upper Cumberland's home for delicious Chicago-style pizza, beef, chicken, fish, and more. Located in Cookeville's historic downtown district, Iron Vine's food and atmosphere will keep you coming back for more. Take in stunning views with the UCR team on Tuesday nights at 7, live for the UCR Coaches Show from the rooftop. Fire and Vine is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. All Sports and Outdoors in Jamestown is the Upper Cumberland's best sporting goods store. From cleats to camping supplies and everything in between, this family-owned store has it all. Hall Sports and Outdoors is proud to support our community, including student athletes throughout the Upper Cumberland. Stop in at 207 South Main Street or visit their website at hall42.com. Hall Sports and Outdoors is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Let the bidding begin. It's time for the show, and you know it's gonna go high. There's a buzz in the air, and people come from everywhere to hear the auctioneer cry. The sound of the gavel never gets old when you hear DJ say so. Live or online, we handle auctions of any kind.
Call Aminette's Eagle Auction at 526-5335, where we soar higher.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Visit swallowsinsurance.com or call us today, 931-526-4025. Protecting your future.
Welcome back. It's time for the Happy Hiller halftime show. Visit happyhiller.com to see our friends at Hiller can help solve your plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical problems today. That's happyhiller.com. At the break, Sparta leads 21-6, but it was 21-0 pretty early in this ball game. Stone has rallied back. We'll talk more about that. But first, a lot of Thursday night games, guys. Let's take a look around the state and look at the scoreboard, Jeremy.
One scoreboard update we want to talk about is that big middle school game in the Upper Cumberland. But White County loses to DeKalb tonight. I believe they said the score is 26-0. I believe that sets up White County next week. Will travel to Avery Trace. So here we go, Cookeville Sparta again. And then I think York is the 2 seed on the other side and will travel to DeKalb County. Those two teams have played each other already this year, and if I remember correctly, the final score was either 6-0 or 8-0.
First game of the year.
First game of the year, yep. Absolutely. So, hey, 4 really, really, really good middle school football teams, and the future of these high school teams feeding up to them. But let's go out. Hey, I think those 2 games are next Thursday night. You guys go out and support those 4 teams. It's going to be a fun night for those kids. Noah alluded to this game earlier, but Alcoa is up 24-13 in the fourth quarter over Greenville. Walker Valley 28-7 over Bradley Central late in that game. Brainerd losing to McMinn Central 35-0 in the third quarter. Chattanooga Central up on Tyner 20-7. Tyner 1-2.
Yeah, they're down this year.
They must be. They must be. Tyner is just a absolute powerhouse. I started officiating in 2000. They were good. I mean, it's just every year Tyner's
we went
been
down
really
there
good.
when York played them 2 years ago in the semis, and it was, we were, it's going to be a fun game. And then when Tyner came out for warm-ups, we were like, all right, we're probably going to be out of here pretty soon. That team looked like a Division I college football team coming out of the locker room.
What year did you say?
2000.
Good Lord.
Easy now. Easy. Hey, let me tell you, I refereed Tyner 2 seasons ago, and I don't know what happened on the bus on the way to the game. Have no idea. But their coach, he had them doing burpees over in the parking lot because he said they were in trouble. Don't know what happened. But, I mean, I'm telling you. Wow, 2000? Are you kidding me?
Lord have mercy.
Easy now.
We just barely. Noah didn't even have the internet then.
I was a wee lad there. I was a small child in 2000.
What year were you born?
1998.
God. My gosh.
Absolutely. And I signed your paychecks. That's crazy.
1990. I've got a kid that was born in 97. Oh, my gosh.
So was my wife.
Lord have mercy, Noah.
So was our producer.
Oh, my God.
What? You guys are mad at me.
I'm not mad. I'm just worried. I'm
This
just
is the
excited.
sound, just
I'm
overachiever.
excited that when we go to Buc-ee's, we're going to get the senior citizen discount.
Oh, my goodness.
We are going to Buc-ee's.
The senior citizen and the youth discount. Is that?
Oh, my
We get both
goodness.
sides. Student discount.
Easy. On to the scoreboard. I have to sit in the middle of you two?
Yeah. You put yourself there.
Oh, my gosh. Macon County up on Smith 28-6 at the half. Soddy Daisy over Sequoia 14-0. Westmoreland 14-0 over Jackson County in the first quarter. Speaking of 1997, that is where my son is refereeing tonight. David is in Westmoreland and Jackson County. Forest up on Cannon County 7-0. Clay County up on Monterey 21-0 in the second quarter. DeKalb County up on Watertown 21-7. Gallatin Dixon County 7-3 first quarter, late first quarter.
Gallatin, a team that Cookville's going to have to deal with later on this year, so they could use them losing some games.
And I'm sure Cookville's watching this film. Mount Juliet up 35-0 on the Pioneers of Warren County.
That score is incorrect, by the way, on Upper Midland Living
Is it?
Academy.
What is the Upper
It is
Midland?
41-0.
41-0 at the half.
And Bronson Chaffin is 8 of 8 for 214 yards and 2 touchdowns.
He is.
Speaking of Mr. Football
Time
contenders
out.
in this region.
If you would have told me at the half that Bronston Chaffin would have less passing attempts than Trip Pinion,
we wouldn't be sitting up here that I've had to have oxygen coming up twice to the bleachers.
Page up on Laverne 14-0 first quarter. Nolansville up on Glencliff. Don't make fun of me.
Okay.
Learn how to read, buddy.
They roofers too?
Pretty good. That's actually pretty good. I have to give you credit. How do you mute your mic? I don't know how to do any of that
Yeah,
stuff.
exactly. That's why.
He was at that debate the other night.
Oh, goodness gracious. And I'll take it from there, Jeremy. We're not worried about Division II. Congratulations on your money. Guys, it's interesting here, but we'll talk about this game real quick before we hit a break. 10:56 to go in halftime, and the longest halftimes in the state of Tennessee. Jeremy and I have gone back and forth about that, why it takes too long.
There's no band performance tonight, so it shouldn't have been 20 minutes.
Usually, if there are no bands, they usually will go 15 minutes. Not
They
sure.
did not tonight.
Well, they went 20, and then they also waited 3 or 4 minutes to start it.
We had a ceremony at halftime, so that prolonged it a little bit without the clock running. Interesting first half. Sparta really couldn't play better in that first quarter. They come out, and really I thought the game feels a little bit tighter right now than the stats would indicate. And I look at a two-play sequence. JoJo Dowell comes in with a huge sack, and we can talk about the blitzing that Sparta has done in this first half on Noah Potter. Next play, though, they bring pressure again. Potter stays in there, hits Maddox Akindo. Stone goes down and score. Conversely, though, Stone goes down again, trying to get it to one possession, and Sparta bows up at the 11-yard line, gets 4 straight stops, doesn't allow a yard from there, kind of regain that momentum back. I know we say this every week, really feels like this first drive for Sparta is important. If they go and score, big gap there, probably game over. If they don't, you can see a way Stone makes this interesting in a hurry.
Well, I'll go back to what Chase and I had talked about for the first 2 weeks. Everybody last year talked about White County had trouble starting the game. They always started slow and would finish strong. This year, White County has started every first half in this form or fashion. And then in the second half, either carried on, obviously, against Silverdale and Warren County, or struggled a little bit in the second half offensively. That's going to be the big kicker, because over these next 3 weeks, 2.5 weeks, you're going to have to play 4 quarters of football to not only be in the game, to give yourself a chance to win the game. You can't play 2 quarters, you can't play 3, you can't play 1 quarter. You're going to have to play 4 complete quarters, and that's the growing process of those kids that are coming back. And I'll be honest with you, anytime you've got a winner in the backfield like Trip Pinion, hey, just put it on his shoulders and say, big boy, here's the keys to the car. You've got us. I'm going to zing Coach Mitchell real quick, because I know he's listening.
Here we go.
All I hear all week is, God, I hope Trip don't get hurt running, don't get hurt. Heck, Coach Mitchell's going to have to worry about his shoulder hurting this week, because he's thrown the football a ton.
Absolutely. And, it's interesting, Jeremy, as Sparta came in 5 wide, really doing that similar motion on every play, doing some different stuff off of it. What is the counterpunch here? Is it going to be more Trip dependent in that first half, or in the second half, than we saw in that first half? Are they going to try to continue to spread it out? Because it seems like Stone never got out, even on that last drive, from really keying in on Trip Pinion, maybe forced into staying in that 5 wide. It worked for him in the first half, at least that first quarter. They're going to have to find a way to get that mojo working. But on the other side, if you're Stone and you're Derek Samber right now in that locker room, you got to be thinking, hey, you get one stop here, you're in this football game, because you've made the right adjustment to that 5 wide where it started slowing down a little bit. If that can continue, we can have ourselves another barn burner.
Yeah, and I think you guys alluded to this when the game started is, you watch film, you think it's going to be just trip, okay? I also think that Coach Beatty's showing a little bit on film for next week and the week after that.
No question.
But you – and Coach Dodgen said to me, this drive is everything. If they go down and score, you see Trip, you see the running back, we're just going to grind the clock out. If Stone somehow, some way, finds a way to stop them in this opening drive, then you have to go to whatever your game plan is. You have to be aggressive like you were in the first quarter.
I'll put on my coaching hat for a second. Stone's got to see more Maddox Akendo with the football. Good things happen when he has the football. He has not touched the football enough for the Panthers.
Well, in the first half, Noah, he's got 5 rushes, and he's got 1 completion. The completion was for 38 yards.
He's special with the ball.
Absolutely. He's got 5 rushes. He's almost got to touch the football every other play.
Yeah.
If not every play. I know he's went to Page quite a bit on the receiving end, but you have got to put the ball in Akendo's hands almost every other play.
Without question. When we come back, we'll talk to Hallie and get down into the second half action here, as it is 21-6. Sparta with a lead in the high school football game of the week. Much more to come in the Happy Hiller halftime show. Don't go anywhere.
Real Estate Collective Land and Farm Team represents a dedicated group of individuals possessing a wealth of expertise in land and farm sales. They possess a range of resources at their disposal, all aimed at showcasing the innate qualities of each property. Call 931-559-9500 for more information or see their current listings at letsgorico.com. The Real Estate Collective Land and Farm Team is proud to support student athletes in our area and this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Live Oak Insurance and Financial is home to your trusted local insurance professionals. Their experts are here to provide guidance and options to fit your home, life, health, and business insurance needs. And with the Medicare enrollment period coming soon, they're here to answer your questions. Call 931-367-5483 to set up an appointment today. Live Oak Insurance and Financial is proud to sponsor student athletes in the Upper Cumberland and this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Up is the Upper Cumberland's brand new indoor golfing experience. With 3 state-of-the-art simulators, you can work on some of the world's best courses, all in the comfort of their climate-controlled facility. You want to know how you can improve? See everything from club speed to spin rate in seconds. Conveniently located at 141 4th Street in Baxter. Stop in. Visit them online at teupgolfclub.com or call them at 931-559-GOLF to reserve your simulator today. Tee Up is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
What if opportunity was all in a day's work?
We find new ways to make vacation dreams a reality. And that inspires me to do my best work every single day.
What if you can make a real impact in people's lives with a team that cares?
What I do matters, not just for guests, but for my team. We rely on each other each and every day.
What if your work inspired fun and moved people?
We put the world on vacation. Our job is to make people happy. Inspiring travelers around the world to live their best lives never stops being fulfilling.
At Travel and Leisure, what if can be what is. Stop wondering. Join the travel movement and start a career where memories start with you.
Watson Chevrolet is proud to present the area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Watson Chevy's staff of experts are ready to get you into your next vehicle with unmatched service and knowledge. Stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway and test drive the all-new Chevy Trax or Silverado today. And remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye. Watson Chevy is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the UCR Media Network.
The Quality Family, a local company supporting and caring for our local communities. The Quality Family offers services to get you back to the game. From bracing to oxygen and everything in between, we can meet your medical equipment needs with Buckeye Home Medical Equipment. If you have an in-home need for strength and conditioning, for example after a surgery or injury, Quality Home Health is available to provide individualized care while you are on the mend. For those with end-of-life diseases, Quality Hospice is available to provide nurturing care during those difficult times. Choose the Quality family of services for care within your community. Visit thequalityfamily.com to navigate all we have to offer you.
Sonia Brown, Realtor with American Way Real Estate, is proud to present this home being offered for sale for the first time. With 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, a bonus room, and a basement with over 4,000 square feet under one roof, this home also boasts a fenced-in backyard and storage building with plenty of room for your boat. Located on 7.7 private acres, this home on 2139 Austin Bottom Road, just minutes to Baxter and Cookeville, is just what you need. Call Sonia Brown, Realtor with American Way Real Estate at 931-979-7145 for more information today.
I work with Warren County Nursery here in McMinnville, Tennessee.
I'm very passionate about the hay because that's how I take care of my cows.
So I farm here with my dad. We raise primarily corn, soybeans, and wheat. By having that in my background and knowing what the customer expects, I know how to cater to the customer.
We're here to provide solutions for our customers.
Going through some of those challenging experiences help you understand maybe the position they're coming from.
Can I use your shower again? I can't find anyone to fix it over the weekend.
Yeah, but you should have just called my guy. Hey, Greg. What's up, Luke? Can you fix the shower today?
Absolutely.
Even on Sunday?
Of course. No one should go without water. That's why we're here for you. 24/7, 365. You look ridiculous.
Call the Happy Face Truck today.
When you order delivery from Domino's, you can get more than just pizza for $6.99. You can get specialty chicken, savory pastas, oven-baked Parmesan bread bites, molten lava crunch cakes, and medium 2-topping pizzas as well. We didn't stop at pizza, and you don't have to either.
Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to support student athletes and athletic departments throughout the Upper Cumberland. They're also proud to sponsor the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game on this broadcast. From trophies to t-shirts, they can do it all. Stop by and see them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate proudly presents this home on Meadow Road in Cookeville. With 4 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, this beautiful brick ranch could be your forever home. Call 931-979-1191 for more information and to schedule a showing, or visit chadandamycrouch.com. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate is a proud sponsor of this podcast on the UCR Media Network.
The Real Estate Collective is a team of experienced, licensed real estate agents serving the entire Upper Cumberland region. Whether you are looking to buy or sell, the RICO team is ready to serve you. With a focus on people over profits, you can rest assured the Real Estate Collective can help make your real estate dreams a reality. Call 931-559-9500 for more information or see their current listings at letsgorico.com. The Real Estate Collective is proud to support student athletes in our area and this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Fire and Vine in Cookeville is the Upper Cumberland's home for delicious Chicago-style pizza, beef, chicken, fish, and more. Located in Cookeville's historic downtown district, Fire and Vine's food and atmosphere will keep you coming back for more. Take in stunning views with the UCR team on Tuesday nights at 7, live for the UCR Coaches Show from the rooftop. Fire and Vine is a proud sponsor.
Welcome back. Moments away from second half kickoff here at Stone Memorial. It's the White County Warriors with a 21-6 lead over the Panthers. I'm Noah McKay, joined by Jeremy Tollison. Coach Dodgen is here tonight. Hallie Ledbetter on the sideline. The lovely Madison McKay producing things for us here. Doing a great job with the fancy new camera, courtesy of our sponsors. We appreciate them. Happy to be along with you tonight. Big opening drive here for the White County Warriors. We set the stage during the Happy Heller halftime show. We'll see what Trip Pinion and company come out with here, and see if on defense they continue to send 10 blitzers on every single snap.
I feel like you're watching a PlayStation game on defense with all the blitzing that's going on.
Sending blitzes from everywhere.
Absolutely.
Kicking it on here, Noah Potter, not the standard kicker, but he's kicking tonight.
Noah, needless to say, I think this is the biggest possession of the season for both teams right here.
Yeah, this is a critical one.
Absolutely.
Potter ranges up, and it's an onside little squib kick. Takes an awkward hop, and a good, smart decision for Sparta to just fall on it. Good field position for Trip Pinion on the 39 as they work right to left in those white jerseys with maroon pants.
Not the start I expected there to come out and see an onside kick there.
That was one of those squib onside-ish kicks. If you get lucky, get a good bounce.
Exactly. Yeah, if you get it, listen, if they'd have kicked it away from the sand pit over there beside the Panther head, they'd have had a shot right there.
Yeah, this is a really good athletic.
It's hard
program.
to get an up and down out of the out of the bunker.
This is a really good athletic program and great teams. Only thing that needs some work is this field. We gotta get a little bit of work done on it out here, no question. And I say that they're putting in work. This is after work has been done. There are people who are out here busting it to try and get this in game shape. Not to diminish that work at all. They've got it to where they can even play on it tonight. 2 receivers out to the right, tight set here. Pinion sends a man in motion, little jet sweep toss in front. Speaking of video game plays, there's one as Dowell gets hit and cut down. And the run defense, that's essentially a run, continues to be really good for Stone Memorial tonight.
I'll be honest with you. We talked about it. It was a little odd. I don't know if I've ever seen it, and I don't know if Coach Sandberg does it every week. He didn't leave the field, guys, right immediately at halftime. He kept his guys on the field and kind of had them rallied and spirited a little bit to the point that it was almost a pep talk going into the locker room.
Motion man across. Snap taken. Pinion calls for it. Going to hand off again. This time around right side. Cole Simpson. He gets popped in the hole. And now after spreading it out the entire first half, Sparta's going condensed. They only get about 3 yards combined, though, and it's 3rd and 7.
We talked about a big drive to start the half right here. Obviously, so far, Stone's answered that bell real quick.
3rd down was a struggle for the Panthers in the first half. Struggle to get off the field. White County's offense, see if they air it out again. Darvon Richmond and a couple of 3rd down catches. Another score update, by the way. Buffalo in the NFL was rolling Miami on Thursday Night Football.
James Cook. Keep cooking.
Snap taken. Pinion dropping back to pass. He looks right, fires on the out, and it's broken up.
Picked.
A tremendous play on the outside defensively. Melton comes in to break it up. Very nicely done. Connor Melton, and a 3-and-out forced by the Stone defense. And, guys, bets are off now as Maddox Akendo is back deep to receive the punt. first time tonight, Sparta has sent out the punting unit.
Well, and you know, if I remember correctly, White County was on a run in last year's football game, and they had to punt to this young man back here, and he took it to the house, and it changed the game real quick.
Kendo back deep to receive. Demarius Dowell on to punt it. They blocked the first one. That one nearly blocked as well. Up into the air, will not be returnable. Dowell gets the job done as it goes out of bounds at the 31-yard line. Good field position, though, for Noah Potter and a Stone offense that was much better in the second quarter than they were in the first.
And I think we allude again to Coach Samber and just a great offensive mind, just making adjustments, realizing, hey, we ran this first couple of series, what I had on my script to begin with, hey, maybe I was a little off on that. Maybe we switched to this, and it seems to have worked a little bit more. And I guarantee you he's thought about it during halftime, during 30-minute halftime or whatever it was.
It was at least.
And he's going to be ready for this drive.
It has gotten windier since the kickoff has happened in this game as we've gone on. Two receivers to the left. Potter in the gun. Takes the snap.
Here comes a blitz.
He's going to hand off. Surprise, surprise, and it works again as they cut him down in the backfield.
And it's been JoJo Dow most of the night on the outside. On that right side, he's came across there untouched almost every single time.
That was him and Winfrey that were in, and it's second down and long, a familiar place for Stone tonight as the handoff went to Lincoln Eldridge. He's a sophomore. It's a junior-sophomore combo there. Potter, as they show blitz, here it comes off the left side this time. Potter pump fakes, now he's going to tuck it. He's hit, he's sacked. Another Domino's Team Sparta sack, and it's Gage Stevenson with sack number 3 on the night already. And we joked with Coach Frazier on his way up, who's helping the offense this year. You're going to keep blitzing? They are keeping blitzing. Another sack presented by our friends at Domino's.
Gage Stevenson's had a heck of a football game on the defensive side of the football. And, you know, a lot of times you look for players of the game on the offensive side. He's solidifying himself for a candidate on that defensive side of the football.
Have at least one catch on offense as well. One receiver each way, third and long here. 3rd and 20 for Stone Memorial. They try to avoid going 3 and out, which Sparta just did. Play fake, dropping back. Potter fires, receivers open in the middle of the field, makes a catch to the 40. He's got the first down as he shimmies out of bounds. He finds Hunter Haney again. Battled through a couple of drops in the first half, makes the catch there. It's a gain of 22, and it's a Turner Roofing and Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate. First down, Antonio Purvis pushes them out.
You got to admire Kendo for going back, but Potter's going back to the receiver that Hunter that's dropped a couple passes on him.
Snap taken, handoff goes to Akendo. He's caught from behind, breaks a tackle somehow. It was nearly a horse collar tackle. We'll get the camera glitch fixed in 3, 2, 1. There you go. It's not you, Madison. It's me back here. It was overcharged, and now it's good. Apologies for those little stutters. 2nd down and 6 upcoming here. That's just a little processor.
Just an athletic move right there by Akendo because he was down for a loss and kept his balance and stayed on track right there.
One receiver each way here. Here comes the blitz. Dow. He's untouched again, but this time Potter gets away from him. Stutter steps to the outside and trucks forward. Noah Potter, how do you do? As he barrels forward for a gain of about 3. There defensively was big number 15, Cole Sims.
And Nicole Sims laid a pretty good hit right there, too. There was a big hit there, and Sims cleaned it up with a big hit. JoJo Dow has wreaked havoc in the backfield.
And he's coming untouched off the edge. 3rd and 3. That would have been another sack, but Potter was able to escape. Snap taking, going to hand off. Working around right side is Akendo. He's got the first down and more. Akendo, now he just lowers the helmet and barrels forward. Maddox Akendo rumbling forward, and now Stone is moving again. It's another Turner Roofing and Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate. First down.
And you see a little bit, we talked about kind of a dead sideline. I think Hallie talked about that at halftime. You've got Stone getting a little bit of momentum over here on this sideline with Akendo doing what he did there on back-to-back plays.
Yeah, we'll ask Hallie coming up in this break about the mood on the sideline, especially depending on what happens here. She's on that Stone sideline beneath the snap taken. Handoff goes up the middle again. This time, the Sparta front ready for it. Gain of maybe half a yard as they take him down. That time, they go with Dylan Phillips, who's been all over the field, and Coach Samber not afraid to move players into different positions, even in the same drive. It'll be 2nd down and 9 as Hunter Broyles was there defensively.
Stone with a pretty good drive right here after the White County punt. A big 3rd down conversion kept them on the field, and You get a touchdown right here, guys, we got ourselves a ball game.
No question about it. Trying to cut it to one possession. No kicker tonight for Stone, though, so the 2-point conversion going to loom large. 2 receivers to the left for Potter, 2nd and 9. That's if they score. 3 Warriors unblocked come through, and they wrestle him down on the design quarterback keeper, Lex Winfrey, there again, and that was not an exaggeration. 3 Warriors were not touched off that left side.
Well, you had Winfrey, Stevenson, and Dow right there off the left side that all got there, and Winfrey just grabbed and pretty much just slung him down to the ground right there, and that's – you know, Lex is just one of those kids that's continuing to develop for that defense, and he's a menace on the defensive side.
Jeremy, talk to me about horse collar tackle, because I know that's not one, but the difference as people see the jersey getting tugged down.
Well, it is. Now, one thing is if the player falls forward, it's off. So even if you've got your hand inside of the back of the collar, you have to pull them back and tackle them by it and pull them back.
And having them by the numbers is not the same as up in that nameplate,
up on the nameplate is in high school now and inside the back collar.
Throwing the quick out. Did he catch that? No, he was sitting down, and now it's 4th and long, but Coach Samber in no man's land going to leave the offense on the field, trailing by 15 on 4th and 11 upcoming here from the Sparta 37-yard line. He's going to send Maddox Akendo into the huddle with a play.
It's a big down right here for obviously for both teams.
And twice.
Yes.
Now that Stone has been into Sparta territory. Last time they were at the 11, and they stalled out. Here, try not to do it on the 37. Make it the 38. 4th and 11 here as Potter breaks the huddle. 2 receivers each way for the Panthers. 6:18 to go in the third quarter as we move along. And Coach Samber wants timeout. Important play in the ball game here, guys. And it gives us an opportunity to tell you about some of our friends, some of our new friends. Want to start out with Brady Printing. Brady Printing has been Sparta's home for paper printing, fax services, business cards, shirts, embroidery, and much more since 1961. Located at 558 West Bachman Way in Sparta, Brady Printing is proud to offer professional and high-quality products and printing for you and your business. No job is too big or too small, and all jobs are handled with the same level of care. Call Brady Printing at 931-836-3754 for more information. Brady Printing is proud to support high school athletes and this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. We'll also tell you about our friends at Cheek Insurance. Since 1928, Cheek Insurance Agency has proudly provided comprehensive insurance solutions throughout Tennessee. Located at 185 Mose Drive in Sparta, the local people at Cheek Insurance Agency care about our community because they're from our community. Whether you need auto, home, motorcycle, boat, commercial, or other types of insurance, they have the solution for you. Call them at 931-738-9208 today for more information, and they want to say, go Warriors. 4th and 11 upcoming here for Stone against those Warriors. 2 receivers each way. Big play here in the ball game as Stone trails by 15.
We'll be a gambling man right here and say we're going to see a blitz.
That seems like a safe bet. They're not showing it, though, yet.
They're not.
Now creeping up one of those linebackers, Stevenson on that right side. Here they come. Snap taken. Potter dropping back. Fires the screen, and it's incomplete. Intercepted. Did he catch that? He sure did. It's a pick. Gage Stevenson got him an interception. He was blitzing, realized it was a screen. It was a broken play, and the first turnover of the game would have been a turnover on downs either way, but it's going back to Sparta.
And just a great read with Gage Stevenson there. Tried to go with a little underneath screen right there. Gage Stevenson read it perfectly, get his hands on the ball. Not real sure, honestly, you're not going to pick up the first down on that, the way Sparta was blitzing right there. So you're trying to just get yardage, but Gage Stevenson with another big play.
Countering the blitz with the screen pass doesn't work there, and Sparta with another chance for the kill shot. Went 3 and out on their first drive. They bowed up defensively the last 2 Stone possessions, though. Pinion in the pistol, has the snap. Kind of keeping himself around right side, trying to get loose for the first time. There goes Trip Pinion, breaks 1 tackle, now jump cuts again. Pinion, it's his largest run of the game as he darts out of bounds after a gain of 11. So Maxwell Insurance and Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate. First down on a gain of 11 for Trip Pinion.
Well, if you've gone in at Stone and you're going in at halftime and said, all right, guys, our secondary's got to pick it up. We're giving up too many passing yards. Then you come right back out, and now it's the running game that's took over the offensive play calling.
6 minutes to go as we are halfway through the third quarter tonight in a 21-6 ball game. 2 receivers each way for Pinion. Motion man goes behind him. Takes the snap, going to fire the bubble behind him. It goes to Purvis. Purvis at the 50. Purvis at the 45. Wiggles behind a blocker where he's cut down at about the 41. It'll be a gain of 6, maybe 7.
And Purvis is another one of those athletes, guys, that has got a lot of speed on him and gets the outside. He can make a big play. It just gives you multiple weapons that a lot of coaches have to prepare for throughout the week before you get into Friday night.
Second down, 3 yards to go for Sparta, looking for an important score to make it 3 possessions. Stevenson motions across. And that's going to be early movement. No, they're going to let it go. Fired into the flat. Receiver makes the catch to Stevenson. And Jeremy, am I tripping, or was that a clear false start?
It is. Now, one thing I did not see when the ball was snapped, both tackles seemed to go up. To me, it looked like it's something that very well could have been called.
Regardless, it's Gary Maxwell Insurance and Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate, first down for the Warriors.
But Coach Samber isn't arguing it either, so maybe we missed something there.
Maybe I missed something, certainly. 2 receivers each way, and Sparta now getting onto the ball with some tempo. Snap taken, Pinion, and there's going to be early movement. The center popped up on that one. So 5-yard penalty, and now if there's one that's that close, you probably aren't going to get away with another close one on the next play.
Yeah, it's not very often you see a flag against the center for some type of illegal or early movement, but when and you see that sometimes with the center looking down, he wants to see the quarterback behind him. When he raises his head, he cannot be real abrupt with that. Sometimes you just have to make sure it doesn't look like you're simulating a snap.
Are we about to die? What in the world just happened to this grandstand?
I don't know. Something's rattling.
I don't like any part about what we just heard up here. Sorry, everybody. We just snap taken, Pinion.
A little
pumps.
different there.
He's looking left, fires, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Panthers. Here comes the return as they set it up to the 25. Wiggling up into the 30. Get your popcorn ready at the 40, 45, 50. Pinion breaks through a blocker and takes him down. Trip Pinion saves a touchdown, but not before Kyle Hinch picks it off, and Stone back in business as they go the other way into Sparta territory. What a play by Hinch.
Well, we talked about somebody's got to make a big play, Noah, and right there was a big play by the Stone defense to keep them alive. First mistake so far for White County this evening. But I'm going to be honest with you, I don't really know what just happened.
Yeah, I'm terrified right now. There was a humongous noise from beneath us. And
we weren't the only ones that reacted to it. Everybody
we
up
started
there
shaking just a little bit. And I don't fall gracefully, especially not from a grandstand. Regardless, it's 1st and 10. 1 receiver each way. Snap taken, handoff to Akindo. Akindo breaks through. There goes Maddox Akindo on a gain of maybe 10. We'll see where they spot him. And it is going to be enough for another Turner Roofing and Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate. First down. Teams trade interceptions, guys. And Stone with another big opportunity. They've had several to cut it to a possession.
Well, this is one of those possessions right here that if you're Stone, you've got to come away with points right here. In some form or fashion, you've got to get points on the scoreboard right here.
And you say it, but then you look on the other side of the ball. White County has to stop them from scoring. So here it's all on the line right now.
As well as White County played in the first half, you almost want to get rid of halftime. Honestly, and just go straight to playing in the third quarter.
Potter has the snap. Now they're feeding Akindo. It's what we said that they probably should lean into doing. They have gain of 3, and with 4:47 to go in the third quarter, Stone is threatening again. It's going to be 2nd and 7.
Well, you've had Stone's been in this position 3 times now, and only came out with 1 score. You've got to put something together right here and trust your quarterback. Trust, obviously, the best player on the side of football for you and put it in Akindo's hands, and let's see what he can do with it.
If you tuned out, now's a great opportunity to hit that like button, hit share so people know. It's 21-0 early. Everyone kind of says, oh, it's going to be a blowout. It is not. It's becoming a very good game tonight here in Crossville. 1 receiver each way for Potter. Has the snap. Surprise. Here comes pressure. Gives around right side this time. Good job stringing it out by the Warriors as Phillips carries it. Antonio Purvis escorts him out, and it's going to be 3rd down and short. And now Stone starting to commit to the run. We haven't seen that very much tonight.
I don't know if you use those words in a sentence a lot throughout the last couple of years with Stone.
Last year I did, and Coach Samber ran it a ton against Sparta and then called me out on air afterwards and said, we can run the ball.
You seem to get called out a lot on air.
I
don't know what it is.
You coaches, man, we give you a microphone and you tee off on me. It's something. I'm nice to you guys, and you're mean to me. It's crazy. 3rd and 4 upcoming here. 2 receivers to the left.
Jeremy, I'm going to be honest with you. Have you been invited to Fire and Vine yet?
He has a standing invitation.
Okay.
You're just the only one who hasn't.
I know. I can't get one.
Here comes pressure snap. They run away from it to the right side of Kendo. He breaks a tackle, dives forward. It's close. Depends on the spot here, guys. Jeremy, what you got?
Looks a little short to me.
And they're going to measure it quickly. Measurement is signal for potentially. At least they're going to stop to check. Stone's offense not designed to get into the power game, though, so this is a big opportunity if he is short. And they're going to measure it.
I'll be honest with you, Noah. Going to Akendo, I don't know why they went away from that in the first half, because every time he's touched the ball here in the second half, it has been majorly productive for this offensive situations here for Stone Memorial. Getting the ball in your best player's hands has been very good.
And Coach, you mentioned it early in the game, but you said last week that inside stuff seemed to work a little bit better against White County that Cookeville was doing. So, you see that on film. Look at what's working previous week and get it to your best player. That's a win-win.
Stick around postgame for the Real Estate Collective postgame show. Hallie will be joined by the winning coach. We'll, of course, recap the game. And also tonight, the Thursday night end zone show. I think that's a first down, guys. It is. It's a Turner Roofing and Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate first down. As I was saying, usually the Friday night end zone show, more games tonight. So it's the Thursday night end zone show. Jacob and I will recap all the games. We'll be having coaches call in, maybe some commentators as well. We'll have a good time. We hope you'll join us. That'll be on the UCR Facebook page. We'll let you know a time when we get closer, about an hour, hour and a half after the conclusion of this game. Obviously, I got to drive 30 minutes down the road after packing up here.
Should have just decided to do the end zone show at Buc-ee's.
Why would you not?
They got to write me a check.
Opportunity.
They got to write me a check.
You could have probably asked. You could have even said brisket on the board every 10 minutes.
Snap taken. Handoff goes to Akendo. One man to beat. He jukes away. He is so elusive in open space.
Absolutely.
And it's a game of about
and
five.
Coach would have volunteered to wear the Buc-ee's costume.
Absolutely. I could have done it. But Noah doesn't think ahead like that. We have to give him those ideas.
If I'm known for anything, it's not thinking ahead. That's for sure. Just ask Goose and Jacob if I don't think ahead.
Is Goose here? Or
He is here.
Or is he migrated?
Goose is here. Well, Goose is here, but
migrated.
The better half of Goose, his wife Maddie's here, so we're actually going to have even better pictures on the website because she's down there in the end zone right now with Goose. Goose and Mrs. Goose. 2nd down and 5 here. Big sequence in the game, guys. 3:36 to go in the third quarter. As Potter has the shotgun snap. He's rolling out to his left. Receivers in the end zone. Swivels his hips, fires, and it's incomplete. Had to go back against his body, and now threatening again as they are into the Twin Lakes Catfish Farm red zone. Twin Lakes Catfish Farm and Back's a great place to fish, eat, spend the night. 3rd and 6. Stone trying not to stall out for the third straight possession.
I'm going to be honest with you. Kendo needs to touch the football in these next 2 plays. It's obviously 4-down territory. You've got to put the football in his hands in these 2 plays right here.
3rd down and 5. Big play call here, and Maddox Akendo's going to bring it into the huddle. Wind continues to gust. It's not as bad down there on field level. Hallie told us that earlier. But you get above about the goalpost, and it's over. 1 receiver each way.
You got 10 seconds on the play clock right here, too.
Potter surveys, now has it. Here comes the pressure. He fakes the pitch. Now he's trying to keep it himself. This is a broken play. Sparta's pressure again completely destroys it. They went for the pitch to Akendo, and it was blown up.
And I'm going to be honest with you, that may be something. Obviously, they've blitzed every play, but JoJo Dow, instead of going to Potters, he went to Akendo.
Absolutely.
So, obviously, they sniffed out maybe the pitch coming, so JoJo left the quarterback and went straight to Akendo right there.
Josh asked about who's winning the York game. Nobody. Postponed to tomorrow night because of a lack of officials.
And unfortunately on that play, the quarterback planned to pitch it and was in no man's land. All he had to do is just try to fall forward and try to lose as little as you can.
4th and 10 again. Sparta trying to bow up in the red zone. They've been great down here tonight. Potter all alone. Here comes the pressure. I guarantee it. Snap taken. It drops off this time. Fires over. Receiver makes the catch. It's Akindo. He's at a 10. Akindo's to the 5. Akindo's to the end zone. Give him 6. Touchdown, Stone Memorial. They get it into their best playmaker's hands, and Maddox Akindo weaves his way for 6. It's a 9-3-1 Sports Cards and Collectibles touchdown, and now a pivotal 2-point conversion attempt upcoming.
And for the first time on that drive, they went to the opposite side of the field. Everything was to the short side. They gave their best player space to make a play. He makes a play, 2-point conversion right here, and we got a ball game.
Huge to try and make it a one-possession game, and because Stone is not kicking tonight, you take away the possibility likely for a tie scenario on another touchdown and extra point because they're not going to go for an extra point.
And again, Coach Samber's probably one of the best drawing up 2-point conversion plays.
Big play here, and under center for the first time goes Noah Potter. Takes the snap, turns and hands off to the back. He's hit, crunched, and pushed backwards. Sparta's defense stands tall in a huge spot, and the conversion is no good. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Sparta maintains a 2-possession lead. It's 21-12. This is the high school football game of the week on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
The Real Estate Collective Auction Group offers expertise in a variety of services, including real estate, personal property, equipment, and nonprofit benefit auctions. Call 931-559-9500 for more information or see their upcoming auctions at letsgorico.com. The Real Estate Collective Auction Group is proud to support student athletes in our area and this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back. Still a 2-possession game, but Stone Memorial with 12 unanswered points has made it interesting. 2.5 to go in the third, and it's 21-12. I'm Noah McKay, joined by Coach Dodge and Jeremy Tollison. Hallie Ledbetter on the sideline. Hallie, I am imagining down there right now a little bit more lively of a sideline for Stone despite still being down by 9 points.
I think this might be, I'm not going to say least exciting because this is a fun game, but the fans are not in this game. It's just, now that they've come up a little bit, it is getting a little bit better on the side, but it's nothing crazy.
Well, we were in a bonkers environment last week. We're going to be in a bonkers environment next week when we are in Sparta at Warrior Stadium when they host Upperman. Onside kick here for Stone Memorial. Pretty good one. It's still rolling. It's a race for it. It's still loose. Who has the football?
Looks like White County recovered it.
I think White County has it. We're waiting on a signal, and White County recovered the football. That was a really good kick by Noah Potter.
Well, and this will go back to film study next week. You talk about other team scouting. Coach Beatty and his staff, you're going to get on your second-line guys who didn't even go after the football. That's a live football once it passes 10 yards. And nobody moved to go get it.
Sparta's offense 3 for 3 on their first 3 drives. Since then, nothing have been blanked. 3 receivers to the left as they spread it out a little bit more. They're going to hand off left side for Cole Sims. Sims hasn't had a ton of work tonight. He does have one ridiculous catch in the first half. He barrels forward for a gain of about 6. It'll bring up 2nd and 4 with 2:15 to go in the third.
And if you're White County, you got to get back going offensively right here. You're on the road. Stone's picked up some confidence. So the last thing you want to do is give a team that you had dead a little bit of confidence.
And one thing we've done is their offense has always been trip first and then throw in that stuff second, and they flipped it, and now that's kind of biting them a little bit.
Snap taken, and now we've got a whistle and early movement. It's going to be false start against Sparta, I believe. It'll be maybe a sideline warning just in case. I think it's a 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, they're going to get the receiver. But
lined up in the neutral zone.
But the lineman also moved too, but they got the receiver first who took off a little early.
2nd down and 9 upcoming here. And really, I'm starting to get surprised with how tight this game is getting at the lack of trip pinion running that we've seen in this ball game tonight in a huge region game. They still got the lead. We'll see if that changes if it gets even tighter. Pinion. Little delayed snap. He's going to keep it himself, and there's a hole for him to run through. He's got a blocker. There goes Trip Pinion to the 45-40, 35-30, 20. Still on his feet. Trip Pinion gets loose right on cue. Give him 6. Touchdown, White County. Trip Pinion gets loose for the first time and does what he does so well, a huge strike for Sparta.
65-yard touchdown run right there, guys. And once he got to the outside, forget about it. And he did break a tackle, but once he gets going, it doesn't matter.
They're going to kick the extra point, which is important because it would still be a 2-possession game if they make it. Snap, set, kick, and it is good. 1:25 to go in the third quarter. White County answers with a big run by Trip Pinion. He gets loose. It's a 931 Sports Cards and Collectibles and Wallace Insurance Agency touchdown. We'll be back in 30 seconds in the high school football game of the week on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Live Oak Insurance and Financial is home to your trusted local insurance professionals. Their experts are here to provide guidance and options to fit your home, life, health, and business insurance needs. And with the Medicare enrollment period coming soon, they're here to answer your questions. Call 931-367-5483 to set up an appointment today. Live Oak Insurance and Financial is proud to sponsor student athletes in the Upper Cumberland and the
Welcome back. Trip Pinion gets loose. It's 28-12, but Sparta does not go for 2. It is still a 2-possession game, and Stone is going for 2 no matter what tonight, but that's a big answer by Trip Pinion. As I said, I was surprised they haven't run him very much tonight. He strikes
and here we
like
go.
he can.
And that's why you run him.
It's at any point you're going to the house on a run, at any time that he touches the football.
Kicking unit on here. This is a great kick. Akendo is going to field it, though, trying to line up the return. He's to the 20. Akendo to the 25. He's to the 30. Cuts upfield to the 35. Caught from behind and drugged down. And he got hit a little bit late there. It looks like he's okay.
You know, any time that you've got athletes like Akendo and Pinion, when they touch the football, it's hold your breath because something big's about to happen.
You know, and on that Pinion run, he was really close to the sideline, and unfortunately, on a long 65-yard run like that, the wing official there is behind it, trying to catch it as fast as Trip Pinion is, trying to catch up and doesn't have a look at it, but he may or may not have stepped out of bounds on that touchdown run.
Hallie, yes or no? Did he step out of bounds? You're right in front of it.
My view, yes.
That's all I needed to know. One receiver each way. 1:17 to go in the third quarter. Potter going to be in the gun. As the wind is continuing to whip.
Here comes Dow again.
Here comes the pressure. This time they give it, making one man miss, now being slung down. They give it to Phillips for a gain of 3 as we near a minute to play in the third quarter.
Here's what I'm surprised of so far on Stone. We've yet to see Stone go on 2 and pick up 5 cheap yards. And then maybe that slows down Sparta's blitzing a little bit because right now Sparta's got the snap timed perfectly.
Big Gage Eldridge, the starting left tackle, biggest lineman on the team. He was a bit hobbled. He just came back onto the field after missing a couple of plays. 2nd down and 6 after the gain of 4 for Phillips. Maddox Akendo, he came out for a play as well, Hallie. He was a little bit shaken up after that kickoff. Mentioned he got hit a little bit late. Here comes pressure off the corner. And we've got a whistle. And a delay of game against Stone. And I'll tell you, Demarius Dowell left the receiver wide alone on that left side. He was about to go hunting the quarterback.
Absolutely, and he was making no bones about it. He wasn't trying to hide anything right there.
Big penalty makes it 2nd and 11 with 25 seconds and counting to go in this third quarter. White County's lead back up to 16. They've led by as many as 21 when it was 21-0. Here comes pressure again, and that time they got him. As you mentioned, Coach, they've been jumping, and that time Dowell tried to shoot around the corner again. He tried to tiptoe to stay in, but he entered the neutral zone, and in high school, Jeremy, dead ball immediately.
Yeah, immediately.
No free play, Aaron Rodgers style.
Talk about this stuff, too. You got the play clock, and obviously kids now are geared to look at play clocks. You don't have anybody running that tonight, it seems to be. So now you're not geared to watching the back guy when he puts his hand up, which obviously means 10 seconds left.
Correct. And it's tough because, you know, I would say play clocks are 75% of the field. if I'm a quarterback, I'm watching the back judge, and he's lifting his hand here at 10 seconds.
And they will not get the snap off before the end of the quarter. That brings us to the end of an eventful third quarter. One frame to go. Sparta leads 28-12 in this Region 4 4A matchup. It's the high school football game of the week on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Tee-Up is the Upper Cumberland's brand new indoor golfing experience. With 3 state-of-the-art simulators, you can work on some of the world's best courses, all in the comfort of their climate-controlled facility. You want to know how you can improve? See everything from club speed to spin rate in seconds. Conveniently located at 141 4th Street in Baxter. Stop in. Visit them online at teeupgolfclub.com or call them at 931-559-GOLF to reserve your simulator today. Tee-Up is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
I work with Warren County Nursery here in McMinnville, Tennessee.
I'm very passionate about the hay because that's how I take care of my cows.
So I farm here with my dad.
We raise primarily corn, soybeans, and wheat.
By having that in my background and knowing what the customer expects, I know how to cater to the customer.
We're here to provide solutions for our customers.
Going through some of those challenging experiences help you understand maybe the position they're coming from.
Welcome back. 1 quarter to go as we enter the fourth. It's 2nd down and 6 for Stone. They trail Sparta 28-12. Working right to left on your screen. Happy to be along with you tonight as Noah Potter sends a man in motion across the line. The junior quarterback has the snap, rolls out to his left, away from the pressure. Now he's being hit from behind. He's being hit, and he's being sacked again. Another Domino's Team Sparta sack. They have been in the backfield all night long, and guess who got him? Gage Stevenson again, number 4 of the night.
Well, and Stone's receivers are a little frustrated down here. They're throwing their hands up. He doesn't have time to see him. I mean, he has no time to throw it to him. Gage Stevenson, 4 sacks and a pick. He's had a heck of a night for this White County defense.
And you talk about rolling away from the pressure. You can't. It's coming from everywhere. How in the world?
Every angle. Looks like it's coming again.
It sure is. Play fake, dropping back Potter. He's being hit in the backfield. Gets away from one. Potter eyes downfield. Fires receivers there. He makes the catch, and his knee's on the ground. But he makes it 4th and manageable as he sends it out to Haney. One of his favorite targets tonight. It's going to be 4th down and 4. No decision to be made with 11 minutes to go. Coach Samber knows they got to go for it.
Well, and this, we talked about it off the air. This is a big, big possession right here for Stone. You convert this, get a first down, get a touchdown, you're back in it. If not, it could be the end of the night for you.
Instagram postgame during the Real Estate Collective postgame show. Hallie will be joined by the winning coach. Get his thoughts on tonight's game, whether it's Coach Curtis Beatty or Derek Samber. In this Region 4 4A matchup, hard to believe after this week, we're going to be to the midway point of the regular season. 1 receiver each way, 10-20 to go and counting. 4th down and 3 here for the Panthers, and Coach Samber is going to burn his 2nd timeout. That could be important as they try to make a comeback bid, but he knows they have to have their best play here.
And not happy about it either as he throws his clipboard, I guess he's got, and puts his hands there on his knees. He wasn't real happy about having to burn a timeout as his team took a little bit of time to get to the line and get set and ready to go.
4th down and 4 here. Don't forget, we'll remind you, Thursday night end zone show coming up later on this evening, live on the UCR Facebook page. We will also, tomorrow night, Cookeville and Lebanon. Jacob Vincent and myself. People have really run with this thing, the dynamic duo thing, Jeremy. I did not dub us that, but that's what people continue to kind of dub us with.
Thanks to.
And it is thanks to Jacob there for being carrying 90% of that dynamic duo.
Wow. I was going to say thanks to Nathan Brown for dropping us off from Domino's Pizza right there. But, golly.
It's unbelievable. I mean, truly, it's unbelievable the disrespect I put up with on a Friday night.
I'm going to be honest with you.
It's a Thursday.
Thursday night.
I think Jeremy Tolston will be going to Birchtown
4th down
next week.
and 3 upcoming here for Stone Memorial as they send 2 receivers out to the right side. Huge play in this ball game. Motion man goes across the line. Snap taken for Potter. Rolls out. Here comes the pressure. Potter going to tuck it and run. Jukes upfield. Noah Potter makes another man miss. Potter showing he can run. Ball comes out late, and he is down. Immediately, the back judge comes in and says he is down, but not before weaving his way for another Turner Roofing. And Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate. First down. Stone Memorial still alive.
Potter did a really, really good job right there of scrambling, keeping his head up, and continuing to go as we're shifting a little bit up here again, guys. This is a little nerve-wracking right here.
One receiver each way. Snap taken. Going to hand off to Akendo. First touch on the drive, and they are ready for it. Sparta ripping at his jersey, and they sling him down. Loss of a half yard on the play. It's going to be 2nd down and 10.
Akendo there just had nowhere to go as Lex Winfrey and those guys were waiting on him to come into the middle right there.
2nd down and 11, 9:40 to go in the ball game. Stone running out of time with only 1 timeout remaining. They need 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions and to somehow stop Trip Pinion, who just rumbled for 65 yards. Backs against the wall. Sparta trying to get a huge region win and flip the script from a year ago. 1 receiver each way here for Potter. The junior quarterback surveys the defense. Now has the snap. Here comes the heat again. They pick it up better. Still being pressured. Throws off his back foot. And there is just no time for Noah Potter to do anything from that quarterback position. It's 3rd down and long.
And I'm going to be honest with you right there. White County got a little bit lucky right there, Noah, on the backside there as they hit Potter way late after he threw the football right there.
And he's a little bit hobbled as he jogs over to his coach. 3rd and 11 here from the 42-yard line. Stone has driven the ball to this area several times in their last few drives. They scored once. Other than that, it's been turnover on downs and interceptions. 1 pick, several turnover on downs. 2 to the right, 1 to the left for Potter. And Coach Samber's going to call timeout again. 9:02 to go. He's out of timeouts.
Goodness gracious.
He's got a young football team. He knew it. One of the things he wanted to see is if they could rise to the occasion tonight, and he is not happy at all on that sideline right now. It has not been crisp tonight in the operation for a young Stone Memorial team. It has been for this Sparta team.
And it looked like, too, he wasn't happy because he uses signs on the sidelines, obviously, and I don't think the right signs came out for the play that he wanted called right there. And, you know, that's probably a big part of this game right here. You've got 9 minutes left, and now you're out of timeouts completely, which is not favorable to anybody when you're trying to make a comeback.
Final 48-0, Upperman over Livingston Academy. .902 to go in the ball game. It's 28-12. Macon County rolls in Carthage tonight, 49-6.
Macon County woke back up.
We said on the coaches show this week that was a bad spot for Smith County to be in.
You talked about it too. Coach Dyer does a good job at Smith County.
Very young.
And they've hit a very young spot with a brutal schedule.
No question. It does not get easier. They get Trousdale County and mixed in. They've got Upperman in Baxter. They've got East Robertson next week. Brutal. Rolling out Potter, looking for the throwback. Now he fires it. Receiver makes the catch. It's Page. Nowhere to go, but it's a late hit. They got away with it earlier. This is going to be roughing the passer, and Noah Potter is thinking finally because he has been bruised up tonight. But this is going to lead to a 1st down.
And on the late hit on the quarterback, there are a handful of rules. The high school rules are a little different. There are very few rules that are an automatic 1st down. That is one of them. Just think of it anytime it is a roughing penalty, it could be an automatic 1st down. But they've taken, like, pass interference away, face mask. Several of those penalties are not automatic anymore. And being that far behind the sticks, it's an ideal time to get that automatic 1st down.
3rd and 11. It was going to be 4th and 10, and instead it's 1st and 10, an automatic.
Yes,
Turner
sir.
Roofing. And Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate. 1st down is Stone with 8:55 to go. But I'll tell you guys, the timeouts are going to be a problem for Stone. Even if it goes right scoring-wise, they're going to run out of time in a hurry here.
Well, you've got an offense on the other side that can control the clock if they really, really want to, with Pinion, Sims, and Kelso tonight running the football extremely effective.
2 to the right, 1 to the left. Potter in the gun. See if they bring pressure. Snap taken. They're going to hand it off. The back gets forward. Gain of about 3. maybe 4. Positive game, but Stone, the clock is becoming their worst enemy. 8:40 and counting to go with no timeouts remaining, and all of them have been burned on offense because of miscommunications. Demarius Dowell there defensively. They get lined up quickly here, so we'll stay with it. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Potter in the gun.
You got one-on-one out here on the outside.
Has the snap. He's going to roll away from it, though. Potter fires, receivers open, catches it. Haney going to get taken down out of bounds, but not before another Turner Roofing. And Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate, first down to the 13-yard line into the Twin Lakes Catfish Farm red zone. Stone Memorial threatening again. They have to score 6 with the 2-point conversion as Dowell escorts him out of bounds.
And this is the 5th time that Stone's been inside the red zone tonight, Noah.
And the first time here in this little stretch where they've been moving, that they checked to the sidelines. Again, with no timeouts remaining, the clock is stopped as he went out of bounds. Snap taken for Potter. This time he's going to roll to his left. Potter looking, swivels, fires, receiver makes the catch, instead dropped it. And again, Potter leveled. And he got crushed. A.J. Hunt came in and finished him off. And the Stone fans are livid. They thought it was late. I think they do have a little bit of an argument there, Jeremy. Regardless, Potter's back on his feet, says he's okay. He's a tough young man.
He's not moving extremely well right now.
He has taken a beating.
He has.
Stops the clock on the incompletion, 2nd and 10 with 8:13 to go. Potter surveys the field, has the snap, going to hand off again. Nothing doing. And a flag comes in. I'm not sure who this one's against. As Lincoln Eldridge there, and it's going to be holding. And the fact that there was holding on that play shows you about the dominance of Sparta's line, because that play took half a second.
Absolutely. White County defensively tonight has done a really, really good job on the defensive side of the football. Not only putting pressure on Potters, but they've had no gaps to run.
So they will accept the penalty and make it 2nd and about 20 upcoming here for Stone as they're back on their Sparta 23. And Maddox Akendo got hit on that kickoff, came back in for a play, and he is not out there right now. So that is obviously a humongous weapon for this team who is out of the game.
Well, and you're out of the game in the spot where he can make something happen inside the red zone on just one move.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Here comes the pressure. Potter keeps it. He's rolling around away from it. Potter jukes upfield to the 20. He's caught from behind and taken down. He needed 1 block on the edge, couldn't find it. It's getting chippy down there, and A.J. Hunt's right in the middle of it again. Physical player. And it's going to be 3rd and long here. They've got 2 downs to try and get there. Antonio Purvis caught Potter from behind.
And Potter right there, as much of a beating as he's taken tonight, Noah, Jeremy, he showed a little bit of gumption right there to get to the outside and try to make a big play.
Here comes pressure again off the edge. Potter drops back, looking left, forced out of the pocket. Swivels, now fires, and it's caught.
It's going to come back.
But there's a flag right in the area of holding. We'll wait and see.
Yeah, it's a hold on 72.
And that's not going to make any friends here in the Stone side of the stadium, and it is a hold against them, and there go the Boo Birds. It's going to turn it from a 1st and goal to a 3rd. Let me do some quick geography here. This is tougher than usual. No, that's over there. 3rd. Chattanooga, if you keep going that way long enough. 3rd and Chattanooga for Stone.
Eventually.
That's the joke.
If you get there tomorrow.
It's far away. It's 3rd and long. 3rd and 28 upcoming here for Stone, who are going in the wrong direction.
He could have
probably say Tansy. You don't say Tansy?
Crab Orchard.
It's longer than Tansy. It's got to be excessive, or it doesn't work.
We're not professionals.
You guys aren't.
We talked about that earlier.
See, the problem is if you're not funny, you don't understand. So that's really the issue. 2 receivers each way. Potter all alone in the backfield. Calls for, has the snap. Surprise, surprise. He's rolling away from it.
Trouble.
Potter fires, and it's incomplete, out of bounds. It's 4th and a mile here. And they have blitzed every play. And we've got a late flag over from the Sparta sideline, and it's going to be a sideline warning. The only question is if it's a personal foul or not.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. It should just be a warning this time. 72 held on the play again. They may not have had a good look at it, and that's what Sparta's upset with. And I believe their defensive coaches up here beside us are pretty excited about that as well.
It is a sideline warning against Sparta, so it stays right where it is, and it's 4th down and 28 upcoming here for Stone Memorial. Game on the line with 6:48 to go.
And you got to think, Noah, without a Kendo on the field right here, somebody's got to make a big play, and you don't know who that's going to be right now.
And Potter's banged up. They have blitzed. I don't know if they haven't blitzed on a play. I think every play tonight they blitzed.
We've missed one if they haven't.
It's unbelievable. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. I have not seen that before. And now a timeout going to be called here from Curtis Beatty, sensing if they can get this stop here, that's probably ball game, and Sparta will be close to celebrating a big win.
Especially with no timeouts. You get the ball here, you can essentially just run the clock out.
Give me an opportunity to tell you about some of our friends. Again, our friends at Brady Printing. Brady Printing has been Sparta's home for paper printing, fax services, business cards, shirts, embroidery, and much more since 1961. Located at 558 West Bachman Way in Sparta, Brady Printing is proud to offer professional and high-quality products and printing for you or your business. No job is too big or too small, and all jobs are handled with the same level of care. Call them at 931-836-3754 for more information. Brady Printing is proud to support high school athletes and this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Also tell you about our friend Randy Wallace. Randy Wallace with Wallace Insurance Agency specializes in auto, home, business, and life insurance as an independent agency. Located just above Warrior Stadium, Randy Wallace is your local insurance expert who is prepared to find the best policy suited for you. Call Randy today at 931-837-2550. Wallace Insurance Agency is proud to support UCR and the White County Warriors. 4th and long here. Akendo is standing on the sidelines there. He's wiggling through. At least he was. His 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right of Noah Potter with the game on the line. Dropping way back, 8-step drop. Potter rolls to his right, fires back across his body, and it's going to be tipped and caught, but still not enough. Down at the 9. It was a great effort by Phillips, but the turf monster got him, and it's a turnover on downs. Back it goes to the White County offense.
And I think we've talked about coaches and film work right there. You're going to tell your defender, hey, knock that down. We don't need a pick six right there. Just knock that down, because you had the possibility of him breaking a tackle and he gets a first down right there.
Sure. I've been really impressed with Noah Potter tonight. Under duress, his ability to make throws, to hang in there. He's been hit a ton. He's been sacked a bunch, and he's given his team a chance, but it's too much White County right now on the road. 1st and 10, Trip Pinion, who could really expand his stats with 1 run here.
You've seen a lot of throwing tonight. No, I don't think we'll see a pass right now.
Pinion calls for and has the snap. Going with that read play, it's Dowell on the edge. Dowell breaks upfield to the 15, to the 20, to the 25, to the 30, 35-40, where he'll be caught from behind and taken down, but not before Gary Maxwell Insurance and Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate. First down for White County.
And in bounds. That's the key.
They stayed in bounds, and that just shows you that's another weapon on that offensive side of the football that we've not seen yet is Dowell getting to the outside and a lot of speed from JoJo.
JoJo Dowell gets to the edge and breaks up, and Sparta's been going pretty fast tonight. They don't want to now. Trip Pinion says, hang on, let's huddle up, talk about it real quick, and kill the clock down. 6:20 to play in a 16-point ball game. Trips out to the right, no pun intended, for Trip Pinion. Pinion calls for the snap. It's a bit low, but he has it. He's going to keep it himself, but he's hitting the backfield. Nicely defended by the Panthers. As we go under 6 to play, it's going to be 2nd down and 11.
Well, and you got to think, too, Stone's going to pin their ears back and just go. They're not anticipating the ball being put in the air anymore, so you're probably going to see 8 or 9 in the box.
Connor Melton with a good stop. Since 1928, Cheek Insurance Agency has proudly provided comprehensive insurance solutions throughout Tennessee. Located right in the heart of Sparta, the local people at Cheek Insurance Agency care about our community because they're from our community. Whether you need auto, home insurance, auto, home, motorcycle, boat, commercial, or other types of insurance, they have the solution for you. Call them at 931-738-9208 today for more information, and go Warriors. 5:23 to go in the ball game. Time ticking down as Trip Pinion runs that play clock down. Now he has the shotgun snap. Going to hand off to Cole Sims this time. The sophomore Sims, who's a very good basketball player as well, gets forward for a gain of a couple. It'll be 3rd and 9.
Big thing is right there, as Jeremy said, alluded to earlier, that clock keeps running right there.
3rd and 9 for Stone to have any chance. They know they got to get off the field here with no timeouts remaining, and they'll be relying on an onside kick if they start to get some magic. 28-12. It was 28-0. Stone has hung in there. We'll talk about it post-game, but Sparta, great start, trying to finish strong as well. Pinion in the gun. Has the snap, dropping back to pass. Now he's rolling to his right. Pinion trying to orchestrate the offense. Now he's going to tuck it and run. Pinion upfield past the 50. He's taken down. It depends on the spot. And it's a pretty good one for White County coming in.
And that's one of those, I think that's a read for Tripp right there. Obviously, if there's a receiver wide open, he's going to throw it. But you're letting him out in open space to try to create. And a lot of times that's going to be a positive for Coach Beatty and his staff.
The official who spotted it was pretty convincing that it's 4th down. The white hat is not as convinced, and he's going to rule it the other way and say it is enough for a 1st down with some confusion. It's a Gary Maxwell Insurance Agency and Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate 1st down. Maybe ready to go home. 4:05 to go and a 16-point game.
And I think what we have there is just an official that's younger, that's just getting his feel for what and seriously, he's just a younger official. I've not seen him work much. And then the veteran, Mr. Dyer, comes in, and we got a 1st down.
3 to the left, 1 to the right. Pinion in the gun, takes the snap, play fake. He's looking for the kill shot. Firing deep downfield. Receiver's there, and he makes the catch. Why not? Airing it out to Darvon Richmond again, just like the beginning of the game. It's another big-time pass for Gary Maxwell Insurance and Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate. 1st down for White County.
And Richmond's just one of those guys that can stretch the field for you at any time. They'll put him over 100 yards receiving for tonight, and that's just pretty much going to probably seal the deal right there for White County.
Into the Cheek Insurance and Twin Lakes Catfish Farm red zone goes Sparta. 3:17 to go, and now it's getting close to 1 1st down. They can kneel it out. The finishing drive they were looking for, great red zone defense throughout, and they're closing in on a big-time region victory. Their best region victory since joining Region 4 4A. Pinion's going to keep it himself. Bounces around the left side where he'll be taken down. I know he broke the long one, guys, but Stone's been really good tonight against Tripp Pinion. That was what Coach Samber wanted to do. It's been all the other weapons in the passing game, which has been the difference tonight for Sparta.
And I agree. And obviously the film, you watch the film, it's all we got to stop Tripp or we have no chance. You sell out to stop Tripp, and you just kind of get, taken advantage of in the other areas.
3 to the right, 1 to the left. Pinion's in no hurry, rightfully so. 2:26 to go as there's 10 seconds on the play clock. Senior quarterback has the snap, looking left, fires on the quick hitter this time. It'd be a tremendous catch, and it was made. Not sure how Darvon Richmond caught that football, but he gets it. It's going to be 3rd down and short.
Well, and interesting right there, because if that's incomplete, you're obviously stopping the clock. But at this point, I think, we're just kind of customary here. But, you're talking about a big win. You guys saw it when you did Proving Ground. Coach Beatty had all those losses up there on that wall in the weight room that they've looked at since obviously last November. This is one of those that you can tip your hat on.
Couldn't flip it last week, but this one was more important. In the region, they flip it. It sure appears. Stone shows blitz, 3rd and 1. Pinion has the snap. He's going to give it off. Sims breaks a tackle, and now they can put a knee on the ground. It's enough for another 1st down. 90 seconds to go. We'll see if they try to add one more and make it more lopsided, but they do not have to. Mathematically, they just need to put a knee on the ground and head home for what would be a big-time win for White County to get back into the win column and sets the stage for what I think is inarguably the biggest regular season game in Warrior Stadium history, Coach Dodgen. I've been here the whole time, obviously, but number 1 team in the state's coming to town next week, and Sparta's got a chance.
This is going into my 10th year being at White County. Obviously, you could have probably said a couple of years ago the Green Hill game was a big game.
Yep.
But not with as much that's on the line right now. Obviously, that got White County.
They are not going to kneel down. Pinion's going to keep it himself, and he'll be hit and taken down. A nice open field tackle made for Stone, who has fought throughout. But a humongous game. And when you talk about the ceiling, Upperman right now sits as the favorite in Class 4A to win a state championship, and they're coming to Warrior Stadium next week.
And I think it'll be one of those. We were talking about, it's funny, we were talking about that off the air. It's going to be packed. I mean, it just is going to be a crowd that I don't think has been seen there in a long time. And, and it's a good situation for both communities and both programs. As, honestly, everybody can talk about rivalries. That Upperman White County has become a rivalry,
no doubt,
with both teams being in the region.
And now Sparta will put their knee on the ground, and that will do it. Final score tonight, White County 28, Stone Memorial 12. The Warriors come on the road and get a big-time win to open up their Region 4 4A play. And we welcome you into the Real Estate Collective postgame show. Guys, we've talked about it throughout. Really, Sparta comes in, kind of flips the script on their losses in the region last year. They get off to the fast start, go up 21-0. Stone made some good adjustments from there, outscored Sparta 12-7, but the game wasn't played from there. Four-quarter game, and White County gets the win.
Well, I think it's a big statement win for White County. Obviously, you get rid of what happened last week, get that bad taste out of your mouth, come on the road, get a meaningful region win, set yourself up. You're 1-0 in region play, puts you on the positive side to get one of those 4 playoff spots right here, and it sets up a huge game next week in Sparta.
Next week's high school football game of the week, the 3-1 White County Warriors against the 4-0 number 1 ranked in the state Upperman Bees. What a game that will be. We'll have plenty of time to talk about it. We're also going to get in this post-game show to Coach Curtis Beatty. He'll be joined by Hallie Ledbetter to talk about this game, get his thoughts. We also, guys, have to come up with a Nelson Trophy and screen printing player of the game. I think we're all on the same page tonight, but Jeremy says that he's got it. Let's go ahead and get to it. Who's the Nelson Trophy and screen printing player of the game this evening?
And again, you look, probably a close second for me, obviously, is Darvon Richmond. Great night, but although they scored 28 points and win the game, this game was won by the defensive line. It was won by the linebackers, the coverage in the secondary. But for me, player of the game is Gage Stevenson. Gage Stevenson, absolute big game.
Coach, you agree with that, I would imagine?
Absolutely. Four interceptions, a sack. 4 sacks, 1 interception. Either way, big game for him. Caught a big pass on the offensive side of the ball in the first half. And that's not a shock because the young man does it every week. He shows up to play every single week.
Pretty cool moment there as Coach Derek Samber just had a long discussion with Trip Pinion at midfield.
I think he's probably trying to get him to transfer.
It's clearly a pretty there's a lot of respect, and we mentioned earlier the coaches that play against Trip Pinion's teams, and Trip Pinion himself cannot rave enough about the player that he is.
And you saw that moment. It was last week, too. I mean, Cookville's entire coaching staff went to Trip. And so it's a respect every single week. And these coaches, we've talked about it at every level, at every sport. The coaches in the Upper Cumberland are bar none better than anywhere else around. I don't care what anybody says, whether it's football, basketball, baseball, softball, the time and effort that they put into it, they recognize great athletes every week. And I think that goes probably more unseen than anything else that goes on.
Gage Stevenson, though, is the Nelson Trophy and screen printing player of the game, and rightfully so. He was dominant. The story of the game for me tonight, guys, beyond just the start for Sparta, they blitzed on every play.
99.9%
on defense.
of the time.
Now some teams are you're not going to be able to do that next week. They know that. But tonight it was working, and so they just stayed with it over and over again.
Well, I think that comes from the film work throughout the week. They saw something that they liked, and they saw something that they were going to be able to disrupt, whether it was the running game, the passing game, whoever it was going to be. They saw something, and they stuck with it, and they wrote it from start to finish.
And it's a cat and mouse as well. You talk about film work that they watched this last week. What do you want to show next week as well?
Absolutely.
So now Upperman has to go, whoa, hold on. We've got to figure out how to stop this blitz. And, Coach Beatty and his staff are probably going to have a counter punch for that. So at the end of the day, I love the cat and mouse game of coaching is where sometimes you show something just because you want to do something a little different. So film work last week, film work next week. That's fun. As a coach,
you're always trying to find something that gets the advantage for you and your team. And here's the thing. Everybody can talk about how good Upperman is, whatever it may be. Upperman, until somebody else does it, is the king of the mountain.
I agree.
So you've got to find – you go last year, the first half, it was done. The second half, White County gave them a game.
No question about it. And now they've broken that post-game huddle. Hallie Ledbetter joined by head coach Curtis Beatty, the victorious Coach Beatty. Hallie, whenever you're ready, take it away.
Coach, how about the play of Gage Stevenson tonight?
Gage is such a utility guy for us. Plays hard on defense. Most of the time he's catching blocks more than passes out there, and it's just a guy that our kids look up to and watch his motor, and he's a huge motivator for our team, so he had a great night.
What was the plan of action to slow down Stone's offense?
Well, Coach Foster had a game plan to just go after them and get in their face and see if they could make throws downfield, and tonight it went in our favor, and we'll see how that works moving forward.
How crucial was tonight looking toward the game next week in Upperman?
Well, it's huge because last year, everyone knows we lost, come into and lose another emotional game, and it was the downhill slide that ended our season. So to bounce back after an emotional loss last week and pick up a win against a good Region 4-4A team is huge for our success going forward. Now, Upperman's a different animal, and that'll be one day at a time, and we can't wait to play them, but we'll see what Friday brings.
Thank you, Coach. Congratulations to you.
Hallie. Oh, never mind. He walked away. I was going to have him ask him who his favorite PE teacher was.
Not you.
It is.
Thanks, Coach Curtis Beatty, for joining Hallie down there on the sideline. Guys, a big win for White County. We'll remind you to join us later on tonight for the Thursday night End Zone show. We will be there. Jacob and I will talk about this game. We'll talk about that Upperman game where they rolled and all the other games around the area tonight. We'll also hit a little bit on tomorrow night's games. One more game than we thought. York-Bledsoe County tomorrow night. Gordonsville, Joe Burns tomorrow night. Cumberland County Pickett. And the game I will be at Cookeville at Lebanon in a Region 4 6A matchup tomorrow with pregame coverage starting at 6:45 back here on the main UCR Facebook page and YouTube channel. And yes, we will have this kit. So the Game of the Week camera and everything will be on that game tomorrow night. Fun game here tonight. Sparta gets the win. They improve to 3-1 on the season. Stone falls to 2-2. Looking ahead to next week for each of these teams. Sparta at home against Upperman in next week's high school football game of the week. As I get this pulled up here. For Stone Memorial next week as they look to get back rolling. There's just no weeks off in this very difficult Region.
You know what I'm thankful for tonight?
What's
Noah?
that?
I'm thankful that we did not go see the Wizard of Oz tonight after whatever happened.
I don't know what that was.
After whatever happened
yes.
on top of it, I'm telling you, I thought we were going to go see the Wizard. I didn't know what was going on.
Next week, Stone Memorial is at Meigs County, so
that's a
interesting
trip.
Game there.
You could have
Absolutely.
said you were looking for a city. You could have said 3rd and Decatur.
I could
because you'd have been close to Decatur right there.
Absolutely right. Well, we had a lot of fun here tonight. Hope you all did as well. Thank you to all the sponsors for making it possible. I want to say thank you to our newest all-inclusive sponsors, the Real Estate Collective and Tee Up in Baxter. You heard from them throughout the broadcast. You will as well tomorrow. We'll talk to you all probably around 10:45, 11 o'clock tonight for the Thursday night End Zone show. Until then, I'm Noah McKay. For Jeremy Tollison, to my right, Coach Dodgen, Hallie Ledbetter on the sideline, Madison McKay producing things, and everybody at UCR.